across 2025, they've all been new gen. Right now, he's going to take on one of the old masters in Fallen, and the mental warfare has begun in the Veto. Now, it's already started before the first bullet is fired. We'll have to see what ramifications that has down the stretch. It looks like those woes are out of the way, and we are ready to get this one. Off with the pistols. FURIA, T-side. Vitality at the defense, and we'll all learn together. Nameplate Counter-Strike. That won't be coming in. Here we go, starting off with a B execute. Apex, Flames, and Zywoo on that side of the map.
Interesting, a red smoke thrown out by Serato.
Missed it, there'll be plenty of that.
Not great, still headshots hit. Mezzi shut down, quick rotation, they've got another smoke, they have to disrespect this. Zywoo's gonna push through, there's no flash, and he's got no head. Yakinda makes him dead. Rob's a reaction, perhaps flanking into the red room as well.
They're coming back.
Gonna walk through, Yakinda's got the bomb on his back. Rob's caught out upon the fade. Yakinda extends their advantage. Apex catching strays through the smoke. There's even a body on B. Serato's got the flank. They've manufactured so much uncertainty and chaos. It results in a 1v4. And there we go, 3v0. FURIA off to the races.
Well, that's a nice little taste tester of what to expect within this map, isn't it? It is going to be chaos. And you got to make sure that those frustrations are limited. You both floated the map, so with this coming in, you can't be too surprised if the result goes against you.
A variety of weird fights in that pistol.
Look, I think there'll be a lot of missed utility. Don't be expecting elbow smokes and red smokes to land every time. This is not something, these aren't ancient teams. There's one that has landed.
Play this map regularly. And Serato starts with a bit of a statement in mid.
It's a missed red smoke.
There we go. Maybe we should just acknowledge them, but also we ain't setting expectations high in a grand final for the first map, of course.
Well, this is a force fire that just is being mopped up and dealt with at range with the AKs. Great start. 2v5 with a little bit of flak damage done. Robson Donut, Mezzi rotating back to red. Bomb to be picked up. It's another fun thing about this. We are going to get pace. The second time these two teams have gone toe-to-toe. It's not the first time there's been hijinks in the Veto with Ancient. Back at EPO in the quarterfinal, it was floated through to the second phase. Vitality eventually removing it. Vitality winning that series. Did lose Overpass. That's able to get the better on Inferno and Nuke. And went on to win the trophy in Stockholm about a month ago. Just to find the finish now.
I mean, hearing Yanko predict FURIA to take it, he's not normally one to back an underdog.
I think he's probably as baffled as I am to see Ancient here, and it's something that it doesn't make sense. It may be Vitality are less confident in the play that they've been exerting than we are in them, right? Yeah. So they're feeling some weakness, and a gimmick either way is a way to try and supplement that. But they're still the team to watch, and they're the team to beat.
Absolutely.
Fallen referring to them as the big boss.
I think FURIA did a lot of convincing yesterday in that semi-final, taking down Falcons 2-0.
Well, that's the thing. They've only lost one series, and that's what these two teams have in common within the final. They only lost to Mouse. Now, it's been cleaner for FURIA throughout. Right? Managed every other series in a 2-0 fashion, as Molotov will make sure nothing carried through. And the 2-0 start should mean the eco. Just with the pistols and the conversions, a quick little note here, and it doesn't really matter as much on a map they don't play because it's hard to dig into any stats, but stats-wise, pistols have not been a key indicator or a win condition, right? They're both below average in terms of pistols throughout this tournament. 43% for Vitality and 40% for FURIA.
Interesting. Well, you talked about gimmicks, Chad. You know I love a stack nade or two. Well, we got some HGs thrown out with just a little damage, actually. Moldoy and Yuri put to 50 HP, but they need bullets to connect to convert. There we have one. Moldoy is going to be caught out and concedes a Mach 10, not the end of the world.
Yeah, should be more than enough information to find the finish now, though. Just contact in, and these are the kills that everybody loves, right? Unarmored opponents. Sure, there's a Mach 10 in the mix now. You're worried about a Deagle, but that's if you're lazy. And it's great if your Kinder gets off to a good start. It's been a bit of an infirmary tournament at the moment for FURIA. Sickness for Yakinda, Yuri with an eye infection, Fallen tweeting about having kidney problems, and yeah, they still find themselves in the grand final. As the Michael Jordan flu game, well, maybe this is the FURIA infirmary tournament. We'll find out as best of 5, it's got legs.
Well, it is one of the defining characteristics of greatness, isn't it? Overcoming adversity.
How about overcoming a lull? That's they're discussing the last time Fallen was in an IEM Grand Final was over 3,000 days ago, back at IEM Sydney 2017. And last time he was in a Grand Final of this stature was with Yanko at ECS Season 6. Otherwise, sure, they won TWC. They also picked up Fisher Playground 2. But these tournaments have a whole lot more top 10 teams in attendance.
But as someone that lives and breathes Counter-Strike, Chad, FURIA in a Grand Final this season, it kind of felt inevitable. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think with the way they've been ramping up, the roster coming together, they made the quarterfinals back in Austin, and then from there they've had hit and misses, but it started to be a lot more hit in recent times. K-Serato out mid, heavy fight towards B.
Yeah, they're pushing him. Molodoy's in trouble, needs cover, Flash is great, Flamesy sets them up, and Vitality start the gun round off with a move. An aggressive push, lane is theirs, round soon to follow.
Yeah, there can be more of that. So Fallen behind this door smoke is getting a lot of sound cues as K-Serato's already worked into Donut. So if he can be a thorn in the side and find one, it could easily become two. Rops has pushed forward in towards A main. That smoke's a little bit too deep, so an angle can be found.
Ooh, Apex is right there on the edge of the smoke. Fallen unable to convert and control.
Yeah, there's one way for Apex to make Ancient his favorite map. This is the first time he has an official recorded on it.
That blows my mind.
And if he drops some bombs on it, maybe, just maybe, going into 2026, Vitality might look to bring it into the map pool. K-Serato now marooned. Donut was his haven. Now likely his tomb. We will be settling into the first Vitality round, unless a miraculous 1v4. But a triple kill for the leader, who in my opinion was the key condition for that 4-12 comeback on Nuke versus Mouse within the semis.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't have seen a third map if it wasn't for Apex pulling them through Nuke. He turned it on as well. It was like 0-8, really slow start, managed to end positive.
Yeah, he's playing with attitude, and that's one thing that Apex doesn't lack. I think when you look at the complexion of the rosters, right, sure, Vitality, they've had the best season ever in the first half of 2025. In the second, people will go, well, they haven't won as many trophies. Yeah, but they've been top 4 every single time. So the consistency is there. For FURIA, this is, what, a 7-month window since the addition of Yakinda and Molodoy back in April. That's when they decided a full Brazilian roster was not it. And K-Serato wouldn't go international, so they brought international to him. The Fangs of FURIA get Fallen as the brains, Molodoy and Yakinda as the hands.
Yeah, and Yakinda a voice as well. You know, he is that second caller, and I think he has found, you know, his family in FURIA. Very unlikely to have fit in with that dynamic, but FURIA have always had this kind of function. Not all teams operate that way, but FURIA certainly do, and Yakinda does feel at home in that FURIA jersey. There's a misread smoke. Not going to cost them. We've got
action. Going to be a B play.
Heavy on B. So it is Apex and Mezzy. Apex the cave player, an early nade and a bit of spam.
Good flak damage. The Util raining in now. Cave's actually be smoked off. Mezzy will be isolated.
Yeah, so I was rotating through. Mezzy has to respect the flame. He does have vision though. K-Serato, sorry, Yakinda is already across. Not anymore, he's not. Mezzy hits the shot, double kill. Oh, he gets 3. One magazine of the M4A1S and the job is done. K-Serato and Molodoy, last of 4. Quad kill out of Meruman.
That's great work and a smile on his face. He has had a rough tournament, to be generous. Sure, he's up at a couple of Tech 9 rounds that have bowed them out of situations, but for his pedigree as a player, he's been poor. So to see him delivering a multi-kill to deny the finances of FURIA, as well as another round, that's huge. And we can take a look, right? You had Jacob there. He said he's flicking through, checking who's played what. Well, Rops obviously in FaZe played Ancient. Mezzy in Fnatic. Flamesy in OG. Zywoo's I won't even count. His were just nothing games. They were in a mixed team with Nata Sapphics.
Okay.
So essentially, Zywoo and Apex don't have any real officials. Now, the other 3 of them do, and that's if they're able to bring that. Now, we're talking Ancient meta of years ago, right? Yeah. For Robs, his is a little bit more recent. Last year, sure, but the map develops at a high rate.
One can only assume as well, you know, during their team talks last night or even this morning, that was a big conversation, was probably Rops, everyone gathering around a computer and him just spelling out.
Here's some util,
yep.
Throw this.
Yep, this is nice, this is good. If I call for a flash, this is the one I want.
Yeah, and I think right now with the combination, you and I were having a chat before getting underway. Rops used to play mid and towards A, right, for FaZe, and that's where he is right now. He's joined by Flames, makes sense. Aggressive rifler fighting around the smokes and mollies in middle. Zai with the AWPer. He'll be starting mid to help, maybe the AWP over towards A. You've got Apex, in-game leader in Cave, makes a lot of sense. And then you safe pair of hands, anchoring down B long. So this is the complexion that you could potentially expect.
Well, especially, you know, Mezzi it screams that he's going to be playing that long anchor on B.
Now, FURIA with this roster do have one Ancient on record. They kind of flirt with it against other teams who are also not good or have it as a ban, as we're seeing right now. And we'll get to their CT side once we swap halves. But this is just such a fun start to a best-of-5 grand final, something that I think a lot of the Counter-Strike world didn't think was possible. I didn't think was possible. But tech issue subsides, and we are into the eco. Yakinda searching over towards B with a dig, falling over towards middle.
You know, he caught the perfect timing there. He gets 2 body shots from the dig and unable to find that final bullet. Before Flamesy beats him to the punch. The eco bash here. For Vitality, they want to maintain those extra AKs on that CT side. Apex gets himself a couple of eeks. 3 Kalash for Vitality's CT side.
It's so funny though, isn't it, right? Like you get to the grand final, you expect the best Counter-Strike on every map play. We're going to get some of the sloppiest, most chaotic Counter-Strike, which makes actually for the best grand final Counter-Strike. So it's a delight right now, but back in with the guns. FURIA have tried a couple of plays over towards B. Right now, they only have to boast the pistols with the conversions. But back up to bat. Can they stop this 3-round streak where Vitality only have one casualty?
Yo, this is a very Flamesy coded move. He's been run boosted over that stop molly. Apex starts heavy mid with the boys. Zyra will cheat off. Hang on. That sounded a lot more impactful. That one is though. He returns fire and just puts Yuri down.
Turtle up and play the man advantage now. Flamesy hanging around.
Flamesy wants more. A double dip.
All right, well now, whatever you had in store is over. 3v5, a minute 15 on the clock, and Rops has had control this whole time.
Hello. Zyra gets info on Molodoi. Spots him ramp side. They're going to block Cave, so that informs the T's a little as to the space they may have. You can see Molodoi, he's not going to go willy-nilly, but he is assuming that smoke indicates Cave is theirs. Serato in the meantime, a little standoff with Flames. Jump spot, relay of information.
It's not a gap, but the path of least resistance would be through Donut. But Robs is activating on this push. He might catch them here on a timing.
Well, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be timing it pretty damn well. Backs are turned in middle as it stands. Serato working on his clears Donut. Oh, just in time. He starts to look elbow, but Robs will beat him.
Okay, well, this one's going to continue to peter out. But now they might not even be able to save. Molodoi parks safely behind their cave smoke. Fallen still announcing his presence. And it might be another flawless round. Ooh. Yeah, look at this. Rops is also tucked in towards CT spawn. So they are trying to remove the save potential. Molodoi gone and Fallen will follow. He's completely boxed in and yeah, that's it. Put a bow on it. Beautiful work. That's now 4 consecutive rounds and 1 kill. So the money is booming. Vitality take the lead on their first Ancient official ever.
One of the nice byproducts of none of you dying is now you do have that royal flush as well, left side of your screen.
I think at this point, and this is where faster plays really get to test a team who's never played a map's protocols of anti-rushes or anti-pops. So, you know, you also won't have proficiency on just how well placed and timed your T-side utility will be. But that's what it's going to come down to, catching your opponent off guard as we get the openers. Apex and Flamesy just being cheeky with it. Jumps up on the timing of the HE and bang. Cop that, Yakinda. Apex 9-3. Probably the best start he's had on a map in the tournament.
Yeah, on a map that he's literally not got an official on.
Okay, well, some light upgrades. 3 Tech 9, some util. Cave smoke comes in.
Looks like we might see that lane action early. Evade the initial nade damage, extinguish throne. A 3B start, completely selling mid at our Vitality.
Oh, they missed the molly.
Apex on Cave. He's actually going to throw a block smoke. It's well timed. Allows him to focus his attention forwards. Mezzi's under scrutiny. He's handled it well. 2 down, quick one back. Yakinda's making a case. Trying to break into the site with a back turn. Mezzi gets caught. Just a Glock into the back of the head. Hang on. FURIA After 4 consecutive from Vitality, with just pistols making it competitive. Needed that, did Molodoi. He can fall back now.
Here's a reload.
Certainly does. He's only got 3 bullets, but he is taking a look for Ross. He's got enough, Jack. Finds the instant headshot. ZywOo's got 2. FURIA break through. 3 kills out of Molodoi.
Hey, the first one was a Glock.
A Glock to the back of the head.
Apex gets blindsided, then so does Mezzi because he has to draw his attention towards Cave. Great output there from Molodoi, turning into a bit of a fan favorite here in China. And for my money, Rookie of the Year.
They've got a nickname for him around here, haven't they?
The Black Flash.
The Rifle of Monacy.
Well, that is a nice way to get back on the board. Double AWP response from Vitality.
Okay, Flamesy's actually right next to him. Shifts in the night, overlooks. Flamesy finds it falling, running her up the round. Lackadaisical. Flamesy Apex heavy mid-start. Molodoi, what has he done that? How has he done that? Is that a cave wall bang? Apex was caught off just through the corner of the wall in mid-side. Yuri's on the flank here. Missed shot from Robs on the AWP. This is chaotic. What is happening? 2 AWPs in middle. Sitting duck was Yuri. Another required. ZywOo delivers.
Deathmatch personified.
It is deathmatch. In a grand final. Double AWP CT side. Okay, ZywOo's found an AK. And Yukinda. Down to the Rob's AWP. What have you got, Molodoi? He's got clutches.
Ooh.
He's missed his shot, though, between the wickets of ZywOo. Closed in on. Closes the gap. Isolates. Oh, he's not far off, you know.
1 bullet.
Robs and Molodoi. Balowitz. Hobby AWPer versus the real deal. Opts for the USP. He's only got 1 bullet, has Molodoi. Holding him. Peeking. Molodoi stands up and delivers.
Hey, he's new to our screens, but damn, does he look comfortable. This kid's the real deal. There's no doubt about that.
No question.
Got himself an MVP this year back at Fisher Playground. Looking for 1 more. He's in the contention. Him, K-Serato, and ZywOo, the front runners.
Feels like, you know, it's quite commonplace to have an AWPer show up and impress out of the gates. Yeah, that's how the round started. But to have this consistency, he is such a revelation. FURIA found themselves an absolute winner here.
Still this clash in middle.
Yeah, this time Flamesy kept humble. Oh, Yuri wants this. Mezzi's got his name down. That's an awkward way to lose the round. You're being anchored down with a nade in his hands. Now, hang on. Chad, I'm a little nervous. The B site is open, and Yuri is saying that. But the bomb is walking towards Robs' AWP, and now that's surely a trade. Nope, gets away. They really surely should take the bomb back. He goes in for a second dip. Held by the AWP of Molodoi.
Still a chance, look at this.
Oh.
This is a face-it pug, Alex.
This is a face-it pug.
This is a face-it pug, and I am loving every minute of it.
Oh, that last round's still living in my head rent-free. 4 mid, double AWP. Craziness. ZywOo misses the flick, and they'll lose everything.
Yeah, the cash. Tough now as they've gone back-to-back double AWPs. Apex can buy, Flames the same, Mezzi's got enough.
He really is just completely converting the Chengdu crowd here.
Yeah.
They are, you know, they have high game IQ here in China, and whatever he is laying down, they appreciate.
Yeah, besotted with the young lad. 20 years of age, his rookie year, came from Amcal to FURIA to join a Brazilian core. People were talking about Kiyosuke. Well, I think this kid's got him pipped at the post. Tactical timeout called. Money is there. They're able to drop across the rifle to make this one work. So all 5 going to have the M4s. But there's no expectation. I'm not doing color in the traditional sense of these are the tendencies, these are what they're prepped for. We're just locking horns.
He's so chill. 11th round of Ancient. Just in case you hadn't
it's early in
it
Europe.
yet.
You're not dreaming.
You are not dreaming.
You might still be hungover, but this is real life.
Yeah, this is a grand final starting on a map that neither team play. Yes, you are correct. Oh, hello. Goodbye, Flamesy. That's back-to-back openings. In the death department, that is. Double kill from K-Serato.
Both teams went with second timing on the mid control, and FURIA continuing their success.
Is there any way that Apex can claw this back? He's testing the limits.
Yeah, we'll stack heavy towards A right now. Mezzi trying to deal with red. Apex joining that of Zaiwu. And at the moment, it looks like the finish will be over towards B. Still enough utility to make this one calm and clean for FURIA. All will be posted up. They can the smokes and mollies in, but they're just waiting to see if there is anything given. So they've applied a bit of pressure. Fallen will continue with the spams. Yukinda's parked up in red, and I'm sure he's contributing a lot within some of these mid-round plays. It's probably hard to do so, actually, with how chaotic these situations have been. But he's going to weave in first. Feigning that it will be an A split with that smoke. They haven't gambled correctly. Yukinda could power through this, and poof, he's gone. Disappears. And that should be the round. All right. 7 secure for the T side. And it's likely just going to go for the save. Hold on to these guns. And then drop across for Flamesy and Robs into the next. First moment of calm falls over the best of 5. Now, this is going to be a long venture forward. Inferno up next, Overpass as the third, Dust 2, and then Mirage. That's if we need the final 2. We'd love this one to go the distance in Chengdu. This is the 6th unique opponent for Vitality in Grand Finals for the year. And Fallen's going to come through this. He wants to hunt. He wants to take it away. The spam baits Apex, and he goes down. The old master. He can shoot.
They lose it all, Chad. FURIA making sure that the 8th a little easier.
That would have been
minimal.
Yeah, that would have been a full buy, right? So now it is going to be MP9's Famouses. Look if they can scrap one more before the halftime break. I think the other big thing about this is it's not just, okay, well, FURIA in a grand final against Vitality at an IEM. It's with the major right around the corner. They're going from dark horse to true contender.
Might see that B ramp progress. See Mezzi posturing for it early. And there's a HG considering that very possibility. Yuri, he's ready to fight. He says, you want to fight, you're going to have to take down me. 1, 2, lovely work.
Eighth round on a plate right now. Just need to ring that dinner bell. Quesarado through red, spots out Zaiwu.
Might get caught by the fan mass of Robs. Yeah. Oh! Lightning fast from Quesarado. Fallen's angle doesn't work out for him. Bell rung by Zaiwu. Flashed off, 2 on 4, bomb going down. Give it everything it's worth. Yukinda, I think, an audible there. Yep, flash as well. Flamesy. Position noted. Yukinda calls for the aid of Molodoi. Zaiwu has managed to remove him, though. Trying to set him up. Hang on, they're taking in 2 or 2 on 4. Your right time is of the essence. They're so low. Yuri's found himself a third as well. Just playing wicked games here. They know it's unlikely he's got the kit after their hunt in the previous. Accepting defeat here. Zaiwu, you ain't got the time. And you will not see 5 on this half. FURIA 8, Vitality 4. Ancient, I reiterate, Ancient continues after the break. Molodoi and the Counter-Strike world eating good tonight. We are concluding the Intel Extreme Masters Chengdu Championship Sunday. Vitality a mainstay on Championship Sunday, but a new challenger approaches. Team FURIA looking to end their season with a bit of silverware as they try and take on none other than Cyber with Friends. First map is Ancient. If you missed it, this one raised a lot of eyebrows.
5 sets of Kev out mid.
And Yakinda and Fallen start off with a bit of a bait and switch setup. Yakinda's got that line donut, chooses to tuck. They're wrapping into what could be a red room clear. Oh, Yakinda's ready. Baited, hung, drawn, and hang on, drawn back by Mezzi. Another required, the flash was there. Mezzi on the pistols, doing it good, doing it dirty. Quad kill out of the Brit.
He wouldn't, would he?
He can't. There's no way. Molodoi's got this one in, and Mezzi takes the ace. 5 headshots from Merriman.
Mark that one. First grand final ace today. We'll see if we get many more of those. There haven't been many scattered across the playoffs. One for Flamesy, one for Molodoi, now one for Mezzi.
I think he's just got to play with a pistol every round.
The Tech-9 specialist gets it done on the Glock.
I mean, especially when it starts like this. A very
5-rush red.
Short-lived 3v5. And of course, yeah, maybe it is a basic call, but it's going to work out.
Take the strategical nuance out of it. I'm all for the blunt objects. Force by back.
I mean, that one feels really important for Vitality's campaign.
Well, we've split the pistols.
Force by back. You can't trip over your shoelaces here.
No, they're making sure that the intensity stays on. Flames piling through the smoke. We'll get this space. Has Yakinda to tussle with. Flashed in and turns in time. Well done from Flames.
Important kill.
Had a great tournament.
Yeah, he really has. And hasn't been affected by slow starts.
For me, Flames and Robs the next in line. If they have a massive performance here in the grand final, they could easily join the conversation alongside of the Zywos, the Molodois, the Case Rudders, who are the front runners for the MVPs with their performances so far. Getting past this Force Spy. Be a great way to kick off the T-side campaign, and a great shot from Mezzi. Another one in the dirt. 2 more to find on B for now. So I was searching A, and importantly so. You don't want to go into the stack if you don't have to. Temple clear, backside the same. The fight you'll have to be worried about is Donut. Fallen's blocked the mid side. He can focus on A, and if you got that kill, maybe there could have been more, but they'll be in. We'll stop talking about this util not landing, everyone. That's just the way she's going to go. At least from that one. The expectation will not persist. It is merely this map.
Yes.
Normally, what we give you, 1 or 2, and then we start frowning and we go, oh, these guys, they don't know any nades. This time round, you can have them all every round. We'll worry about it once we get Inferno and Overpass on the screen.
Because this is such a rarity.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? Like the veto, the conversation, it's one of my favorite things, like veto theory, but usually when you have teams who permaban like this, it doesn't play out like this. It's like, okay, somebody will relent, they'll take the knee, they'll go, okay, we're not going to... But this is the fun part of the veto on full display.
And Vitality had a conversation, I got a little tidbit just before we went live, that regardless of the coin toss, they were going to float it. So they knew. Okay. They knew this was going to show up today.
So that decision has come in last night after they have understood FURIA is their opponent, and both teams being the permaban.
Yeah.
Right? And you need to decide that pretty quick. It's not something that you want to sleep on.
No.
Right? Your preparation, you need to get in the server immediately. So we'll be the eco now. Likely to become a 1-round game. As highlights are 2 Deagles, a 5-7, and a smoke.
It's interesting. I mean, up against the eco makes sense, but not a single nade thrown out from spawn. It's just going to be that first Molotov top ramp. Rops, yeah, he's welcoming the fight. Molodoi has a look with that Desert Eagle down towards A main, but just going to be picked up by K-Serato. An opportunity here for Yuri, but to rest. Apex finds it long range on the Galil.
Apex started pretty strong, 9-3, but that'll be his 11th. But had a tough patch, didn't they? They had 4 straight rounds. That's where they got their rounds on the CT side, and they were pretty dominant. And this one doesn't have to play out by the book. No expectations as this one looking good for that 7th. Seems to be up against Yakinda here. Good weapon at the range, but Flames, you might leap across this line as Apex for the trade as well.
Yeah, knowing Flamesy, that seems like a likelihood. Isorato's Deagle gets nothing done, caught off with his back turned. Yakinda falls, and Fallen catching a couple of stray bullets through that smoke, and dunked on.
Wouldn't be out of character for the tournament if Vitality do start a map down. It's been a pretty rocky road. They kicked things off against VP. They lost Overpass day one, map one. There you go.
Summary.
Yep, that was the expectation. That was during the halftime break from Apex. Guys, don't go too crazy on strats. We do idiot things and see what happens. And we are seeing what happens. So first rifle round, they're going into an AXQ, but there's a biff, there's a brawl.
There's a brawl indeed. K-Serato wants a bit of that. Removes Haiwu, and I think Fallen should be able to block as well. He's trying to be very resistant with this smoke. He knows that might be their objective, is to force this. So holding on to it, that shows some restraint, shows his experience. They're going to go for it. Fallen is isolated.
They'll break through his block smoke.
Yeah, they don't have a HE though. Fallen throws the smoke and Vision.
Are they calling the cancel?
Taken.
They're going.
Here they come. Fallen swinging off the flashbang, looks good. So does that from Apex. Finds it in combination with Flamesy. Yuri gets one, gets two. And only Molodoi remains. This is not a round you'd expect Nork to have a chance in. Presents his back to Robs. Good covering fire from the Estonian to get us into a tied game.
I wonder, there's probably even questions of, is Apex even calling this map? It might be more by committee, right? So there's a lot of fun things to unpack. This is probably one where I imagine the teams wouldn't care if the voice comms got released post-game. But second tactical timeout called from FURIA. Sid an opportunity to get on the mic. Looks like we had...
Is K-Serato getting a talking to?
No, it's tournament ops there as well, so maybe we have a tech.
Might go tech to tech, yeah.
Well, we are able to discuss ramifications of the finances. We are not in arena, so the players cannot hear our discussions. Loss bonus maxed out. Might be Hero M4 in the mix. Can be some upgrades of 5.7s, MP9s, bit of Yuto. Yeah, they need to get this sorted. Looks like definitely a problem. So might even see that tack timeout get played again. We'll just sit and wait. Bit more about that rockier road for Vitality if you haven't been keeping tabs at Chengdu.
Yeah, it has been, you know, not a walk in the park, which typically we've grown to expect.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. This year, we haven't had a grand final where neither team who qualified in the group straight to the semis missed out, right? So you might have had one from the semis in the grand final and one from the quarters who battled through their side of the bracket.
The teams that topped the group, always one of them was in the final.
Exactly. This is the first time where it's both teams who had to battle through the quarterfinals, then the semis, then the grand final. So lots of firsts. But the rockier road for Vitality, it was their matchup against Mouse where they lost that knocked them down to the lower bracket for the first time this year. Now, it's not the first time they have lost a game in a group stage just within this format. In Swiss, it's different, right? You obviously have more chances and it's a different flow. Whereas the lower bracket in the format that we have at IEM Chengdu and other Masters level events is that of 2 best-of-3s in a day on the final day of the group. So that was an unfamiliar territory for Vitality to find themselves in.
Yeah, getting a lot of firsts for Vitality. First ancient, official.
And some more to kind of sprinkle on top with the issues. We heard a lot throughout those games of listen-ins with Apex, where he'd been talking about the communication, not listening to each other, not being connected, and it was stressed, right? We heard it quite a lot. They've played 16 maps so far. They've won 11 and lost 5. So they've had a few series where they've given up maps. They gave up a map to Astralis and one to VP. They gave up 2 maps that are Mouse.
But you highlighted it as well, and it bears repeating that the fact that FURIA are in this grand final, simultaneously, you know, not a surprise when you've seen them their rise to power over the course of this season, but also just overcoming what has been, you know, outside of the server issues. People have been sick. People have been waking up and only seeing out of one eye. And yet you're still in that grand final. If anything, I think that's testament to their tenacity.
So just to get everyone up to speed, the issue was with timeout and not being able to hear one another. So they are having the 30 seconds now to have the tactical timeout, and then we will be getting back underway.
It does look like that time is starting to tick down. So fist bumps are exchanged in round 17, map 1 of this grand final. It started with a K-Serato swing, and it ended with a push through the smoke.
For the pistols, we've timed things up, and we've got FURIA on a half buy. They will be fully strapped into the next, but they already won a lower buy round towards that B site within the first half. Let's see if they can pull off another one. A-man push again.
Interesting, yeah. Robs is ready to receive this. He hears this coming and relays the information. flameG's preoccupied, and oh, it's just a farm fest.
Good management of the angles there from Robs. Make sure he's able to take the fights towards mid if called upon. Now it will just be the hero M4 as Yuri takes down the orb, but just go finish A. Robs is going to attempt to cut off the rotation. Apex should be escorting that bomb over towards the under-fortified site. You'll have Mezzi stay to make sure that there's no escape route through cave or the ramp. Oh, this is going to be on a timing.
Yeah, I wonder if Robs is going to be tucked in time. He is.
Perfect.
Very well done. Attempted pace change, but we will get into the guns. Molodoi will be equipped with his signature AWPs. I would the same.
So 2 rounds, and sure, one was a gun, one was a partial, but A-man pushes from FURIA. And I guess if you do want to play for early info, that's not a bad way to do it. But the traditional full B lane and mid press, we'll see the 2 or 3 starting mid, vice versa, with the elbow smoke, the doors smoke. We've got double orb, so both teams pulling it out within this map. Fallen picks it up alongside a Molodoi.
Yeah, the Gabriel glass cannon. And flameG set up to succeed in middle.
So they've gone heavy cave with this defense.
They have, but Yakinda's managed to catch one with the spam. Zywoo, that's a stunning one. Molodoi doesn't get a chance to pull the trigger, and look at him just waltzing into the side. Double cave set up. Zywoo catches another. It's Zywoo up the ramp, just as an aim map for him. Delivers around for vitality. Double orb, but it was the wrong orb we were talking about. Zywoo's in the server. Announces his presence. Quite a warm reception for the birthday boy.
Yeah, I was going to say, a trophy would be a pretty nice present. Add another one. Looking for number 9. Vitality have made no secret that they wouldn't mind breaking Astralis' record of 10. That means they would need to be flawless. Chengdu into Hong Kong, into Budapest.
And if he keeps running up ramp and killing the entire team, they will have light work.
He's been in great form. He's looked like a man possessed in some of their games. Will they be able to find Fallen in time? Bomb goes off. It doesn't look likely. Searching over towards main. He wants to retain his, that'll be 4 for his troubles, but 10 secure now.
You know, that is the Zywoo equivalent, the ancient equivalent of his banana play. We call it the Zywoo. You know, this is the ancient version.
Yeah, that's a great shot, though. Not a head-to-head he's familiar with. Woo. And then just on the fly, knocking him down.
Thank you for playing.
But I do love the fact that we've got veterans of the modern era that have fallen in Apex, taking risks.
Evil laugh out of Apex watching Zywoo do him dirty. Out mid this time.
Fallen's given the AWP to Molodoi. Right now in the wrong position. 2 already pressing red.
Yeah, every FURIA game, you're reminded of how much faith Fallen has in this new sniper. A role previously Fallen was synonymous with.
Gearing up for an A-split right now.
You have got this Fallen tree.
Scope's heard.
Lock smoke, trajectory. Oh, nice clear. Fallen exposed and removed. Serato the same, the nade breaks it open. And Robs opens up the sight. Yuri quick on the rotate. Robs has got an opportunity here. Will Molodoi want to do anything with that AWP? It's a valuable cargo. And he might just peek in to Zywoo. That was quick.
They'll give it a go now.
Yeah, they might. Yakinda's coming in from main. Mezzi, however, in this power position, should have him dead to rights, just like that. And they'll be backing away to save it.
Okay, well, Vitality in full control now. 11 rounds confirmed on the explosion of that bomb. Another one for Flamesy. Oh, can't get it done. Yuri will topple him.
I don't think he's keeping it.
This is going to be 7 consecutive rounds on the T side. Nothing to boast about for FURIA.
At least he gets away.
Yeah, but they really need to start getting something going.
Yeah, CT side with empty hands, deep into this one now. 7 consecutive rounds. Closest to come, 3-kill rounds. You need a lot more.
Yeah, they will use their last tactical timeout, so it is desperate times. Inferno up next. Vitality's map choice means you could potentially find yourself 2-0 in the hole, and then you go into Overpass, which was the map that you beat them on in Stockholm. So this is where you wonder, did you get a little bit too tricky? Did you fall for Apex and Extaz's trap of Ancient? Still early doors, but this is your ESL Grand Slam winners for Season 5. Now, they can't get 2 in a calendar year, but they win this one. They can be back-to-back, the first to ever do it, in Krakow to start 2026.
Action on mid. Jumping up is Serato. Fancies his chances on this extra elevation. He's done well there. Lays around the gap up their elbow smoke. Now replenishes properly. Action on the ramp as well. You can see Yakinda considering it, but you've got the man advantage. You'll realize that and fall back.
Boosted up again.
Apex has got a molly for the long side. That's going to make things awkward and hot and heavy for Yuri. Confirmation of his presence. Now you have the orb, the Molotov to force his reaction. This could be a nice pick back from Zywoo. Yuri and Yakinda locking down the site for now. Apex on his way up the ramp. Spraying, spamming. Hoping for a connection. Yakinda's lost his weapon in the smoke. It's a 4-on-2. Your exit kind of covered. As you can see, Fallen's going to be jumping up towards the heaven side.
Right now, it's about FURIA not overplaying their hand. If you're Vitality, you're going to sit and wait and see when someone oversteps the mark to get a pick back in. And Zywoo will be able to search with the AWP.
Still have that vision. Flash doesn't connect. Molodoi should be set for success. Ooh, does hit the shot there. Yakinda's bullets finish the job, and there's Molodoi.
Okay, they're on the board.
A start.
Yeah, they used their 3rd tactical timeout for that, and it has paid off. So there's going to be plenty of cash you're going to have to work through, and we are starting to get late in the map. Too many more rounds of regulation, as it is just a 2-round gap. Another full buy. And at least one more after that for Vitality. Chaos on the B side, yeah, I think Yakinda was trying to pick up one of his fallen foes in case of that smoke, but doesn't end up costing him. As mid-control given. Might just go straight into a B execute here.
It's going to be a test, yeah. See how they fare. Yakinda, a bit of chip damage and, oh, actually a lot of info. Spotted a lot of bodies. Apex brought low from the spam. Zywoo's taking down the Bianca though. Yakinda on K is going to try as hard as he might to kick up a fuss. The rotation from Molodoi just a little late. Vulnerable to that long side swing.
Oh,
Serato hitting him through the boards. Cheeky, got the bomb, they scream at him. Apex trying to punch in the code. Yakinda caught out, nice from Flames. Molly denies the plant. Hang on a second, Serato, next victim of Flamesy. Double kill from him, and that's a stunner! Removing number 3. Fallen in the clutch. Having a go. Swings on it. Number 2! The professor arrives, teaches them a lesson.
Only 6 kills for Fallen, but those two, the echoes of impact. Makes it a one-round game. And the Godfather going to usher in a new era of Brazilians.
Look at this wallbang as well. That is a sly one.
It's cheeky from Cacerado. I thought that Flamesy had the hot hands.
Oh, mate, especially considering Fallen did not have the certainty on the pillar position. 5 HP in it, but he does it. Okay, we've got a second half now.
We're getting back into those scrambles that were delights within the first. We're going to go B again. It's going to be a simple playbook, doesn't it? Time not being harassed from Cave with the spams. Nobody jumping and mantling up mid either. Kinder rotates back to B, joins Yuri, who's having a great map, 17 kills. And Fallen donates the util. Molotov has full info on A main. Cacerado can jiggle donut and Fallen can jump spot red. So they have all the info they need as they start to slather on the B utility now.
Yeah. Double Molotov, flashes, smoke on the short side. Zywoo hoping for that long player's reaction, but it's not being given. Yuri showing restraint. Now he prepares. Second wave of that util, trying to stop the default plant. You can see it's going to be swung in through, blocked in the smoke. Zywoo and Mezzi kind of tripping over each other. It looks great for FURIA, but Flamesy is starting to warm up. That hot hand you were discussing. Ain't like that Emperor of Flame. A third asking too much. There's Fallen and Yakinda putting us into an all tied up game. Important round out of Yakinda. He was looking quite detached from the site. He arrives in time to do what Yuri couldn't, find those multis. And Flamesy, he gave it his best shot into that one.
Yep, 7 straight to 3 back. To loss bonus plus a plant, should be another buy. Timeout taken, second for Vitality. B executes, not hitting the mark. Now, they're getting in. It's just difficult in the post if you don't have that long control. And these are areas that are not familiar for Vitality. It's also tough for Apex to make calls on this map. This is literally his first official.
For such a seasoned vet.
So, you just wonder if you go with more of the same, because yeah, it was cumbersome. You bang on, Zywoo gets blocked, but they also extinguish so that they can get the bomb down. It's always going to look a little bit clumsy.
I mean, surely it's going to be a diverse, different call. You can't just keep calling these all-ins on B when they ain't working. And it will be a different start. So mid-protocol util thrown out by Flamesy. Makes his way out to no resistance. Is Cacerado going to break the smoke? Yakinda's broken the neck of Zywoo there. That's just through the smoke and the boards.
Yeah, so it hasn't landed properly.
You're right.
That is very misthrown.
Okay, well, this one has come back to cost them. Okay, Yakinda. A twist of the knife for number 2. Flamesy down. Vitality limping.
It's funny like how easy this util is to throw if you know it.
It's a big if.
And now they're going to walk through the fade. So
yeah, it could work out.
They are given a gap right now. Yakinda is playing retake. May as well play contact at this point. No point announcing your presence. And they'll be up and in. Just need to get across.
Doesn't have any way to delay either. Not an incendiary. Hang on, that's a free frag for Yuri. And then Yakinda pokes in. It's all taking shape. Mezzi trying to do something in a 1v5.
Big plant guarantees another buy.
Okay, but still getting run down. He's going to have his work cut out. Molotov will not allow the departure of the site. Map point, FURIA.
Just been a game of streaks. 3 out the gates for FURIA in the first half with the pistol of the conversions. 4 back for Vitality. 5 to close the half for FURIA to end up with 8. We swap sides.
Ooh, wasn't an easy shot to hit either from Yakinda. Sure, they missed the smoke, but he punished it with his mechanics.
7 straight for Vitality, kept quiet now. As FURIA, the first to reach 12.
Yeah, just playing off of that short and long side, it really was incredibly effective. No smoke on long makes it all too easy. Last round of regulation, folks. Will overtime be required? Or can FURIA boast an ancient win? set himself up for the Bladed Flames. Warning shot hits the shoulder of Fallen. Serato tucked on red. Still an orthodox angle, might be uncleared here by Flamesy. But the flash might connect as well. You can see Molodoi tight on the line though. Just like that.
And I don't know about Serato. His activation could be the guarantee. 4v5. Furia got them right where they want them to pick up map number 1.
Vitality have not been able to kind of get in cleanly versus this Yuri and Yakinda duo. They've got 45 seconds to change that. Mollybag's side, Cubby occupied. Yakinda, will he go uncleared? This would be criminal. Surely you clear him now. Zai will spot his back. Nice find, pulls him in. Oh, the spray from Yuri has found him. Oh, Yuri nearly finds Rops as well. Mezzi on the short side needs this. Serato's quick. Nice from Rops and Mezzi. Keeps Vitality in it to win it, trying to take us to OT. Bomb's not being planted.
Time.
Bomb is not being planted. Flank from Fallen. 10 seconds, Mezzi, where's the bomb? He is screwed. Can they run him down? Can they wallbang him out? Yuri's coming for you, and FURIA, they take the first map of this grand final. Exactly what they intended to do. Didn't expect it to be on Ancient, but here we go. FURIA take the first.
And this is where they need to assert their dominance. Show that Ancient was just a blip on the radar. A month ago, EPL quarterfinal. Inferno 13-7.
How much has changed?
U2 for Apex, Mezzi, and Molly for Rops. Now, Rops is over towards second mid. That could be used for Pit. Sure, has plenty more options available, but just with the pathing 3 through halls, looks like it is going to be Apps Poppy. Yuri there as Molodoi probes down middle, sees nothing. Banana contact taken by Yakinda.
Yuri just playing for that pixel, one tap will fall back. Confirms Apps is occupied.
U2 available right now to long end Moto and just go. There's long, there's Moto. It's a flashes.
Flash out Apps.
Holly Pit.
Okay, Yuri, this is awkward. He still manages to turn the flash, can't get a frag. Molodoi can. Trade up available. Rops onto Molodoi though. Looking good, the flash is there, he doesn't have the bullets! And Rops and Zai will ensure the pistol's theirs.
Yeah, the runway was wide open. It's down to ammo to convert the kills, and Yakinda, he'll be found by the Wu. 1-0, pistol for Vitality, 2 out of the 3, and headset goes off there for Extaz. There might be another tech issue, Alex.
Potentially.
It's funny, we haven't really had too many dramas up until this point, so we'll see if that is even the case
We
yet.
saved them all up for the grand final.
Of course, of course. We want to extend the best of 5 for as long as possible. That's tough because you're hoping to run with momentum, right? You've just gone out there, you've had your team chat, you've been in your huddle. You said we all knew this was a possibility. There's a risk we were happy to take when we decided upon as a team. We didn't get the conversion. It was damn close. We had some fun moments. Mezio had an A, Sawi, the birthday boy, you got a beautiful 4K on the orb. Now, the best of 5 starts.
Yeah, and the way they framed it, you know, coming into this as well, when I had that brief conversation with Vitality staff, is that they came in with the understanding that this would just kind of be a warm-up, you know, play it like a face-it game.
Well, that is exactly what it felt like to me. I think you have, however, given FURIA a little bit of confidence. This is Molodoi becoming a fan favorite around these parts, and becoming a favorite in general. Chanting his name and happy to play with the crowd.
I mean, gosh. For someone of his age to already be, you know, not getting consumed by this environment, it's admirable. It really is.
He's around the right people.
You're right. 20 years young.
Just to recap the highlight results since Molodoi and Yakinda joined the Brazilian core. 4th at PGL Astana. Quarterfinals of the Blast TV Austin Major. Everyone making the most of the technical. IEM Cologne quarterfinals. 3rd, 4th at Blast Open London. 1st at Fisher Playgrounds. quarterfinals at EPL Season 22 and first at TWC. So they've got 2 trophies. Even the coach getting involved. Why not, Sid? Well, we get this one sorted.
Give him a chance, you know. It's rare the coach gets his chance.
And Sid's a nice guy. He best gets jeers wherever he goes. Oh, he's a good sport.
He signed up for it.
I think that's what happens when you are a dominant team as well anyway. It happened to Astralis. You become the villain. I think people like underdogs because they can relate, but it takes something special to be great.
And staying at the top is that hardest part. We have already started to see that with Vitality.
They are mortal for sure.
It didn't feel like that at the start of the year.
Exactly.
It didn't. We need to get one of those decibel meters. You know, we're going to work out who really is the fan favorite. I think Molodoi might have the edge, you know.
Well, they haven't put Zywu on the cam just yet.
That's true, yeah. Haven't heard word on what the tech issue may be, but it does seem to be a long one.
Well, if the headset came from Xtaz, I imagine it was or just an audio issue of some variety. We can see some running at the back end around here where we are, so they are feverishly trying to get this one sorted. Fun fact for everybody.
Oh, I like those.
25 years ago today, Counter-Strike was released.
Right.
So Counter-Strike is 25 years old.
Right.
Obviously, we got the betas, but that's when it was incubating, right? It was maturing to what we know and love today. And one of Counter-Strike's deities, Zywu, was born on the exact same day.
Yeah, that does almost sound a little too poetic,
well, that's
it?
why he's been dubbed the game. The chosen one has had a year to remember. 7 MVPs. Honestly, pipped him at the post at EPL. Okay, well, you see, we're having a hot swap.
Okay. Trying to keep it jovial as well, especially if you're Vitality. Like, you just got a nice momentum starter, must-win map, grand final, you want to shake off Ancient, and then suddenly you're in a 10-minute hiatus with mics muted. You can pull your funny faces, you can play with the crowd, but you don't want to get it too under your skin.
Yeah, and I think it's much easier for FURIA to laugh.
Of course.
In one map to the good. Show us Zywu. See what happens then.
He's had a couple.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, here we are. See? He's not playing.
Oh, really?
But he's not playing ball.
No, that's true.
You know?
When he walked out, he smiled. When he walked out on stage, he did look very serious.
Oh, yeah.
Zywu's normally very jovial, which doesn't mean he doesn't take things seriously. But,
well, he didn't have a fantastic Ancient, did he? Was it 15 and 16? Average swing, a 1.05. It's not his typical output. Not that I'd have that expectation coming into a map. They have had 0 officials on.
I think he's getting plugged back in now. Hopefully not too much longer to get things underway. Oh, sweetheart.
Seen a lot of positivity from the players. They really have had a lovely experience here in Chengdu, China. The crowd, I mean, the fact that we had it from the group stage, I just don't know how, but I'd love it all the time.
Yeah, right. Obviously, we are in a part of the world where that can be facilitated.
Yeah, very fortunate, and we made the most. But to see it completely, I mean, it is sold out. I mean, no seats available.
Back to the rafters.
At least once we got that weekend started, even on Friday.
I guess we can use this time to lay the groundwork for the CT defense that will be on display from FURIA. Fallen and Yakinda will be your B players. Caserado, man on the screen right now, will be the rotating rifler between the sites. Yuri will be your A anchor. He caused a whole lot of havoc yesterday against Falcons in their semi-final victory. And Molodoi as the AWPer. They are going to have a tough task, and I think Fallen was asked about Yuri having a good game, and he was talking about, yeah, well, if they did their prep, Yuri tends to play a lot of side, and he was playing a lot of pit that game, or it was vice versa, either way. So we'll see if things have been changed up into this one. And we're good. Freeze time ticking down. Looking like we can get action back underway. Pistol round went to Vitality with an A execute. Fury was overrun, Molotov out of position. Caserado had a chance in through the smoke, without a bullet and denied. Force bite now for the Brazilian Corp. 4.57s, a Deagle, and a little bit of Utah with a 3-man B start.
Yeah, gonna be an important fight. Swinging on in. Apex doesn't get anything done, and neither does Mezibar the first. So Force Bite gets the edge and full banana.
Molotov in a strong position to grab another cheekily here.
Yeah, tucked on the boiler and doesn't track Zywoo. That's a quick one, just accelerates into the A site here.
You'd expect Yuri.
It's just Yuri here, turns the flash, can't find the Zywoo last bullet. 6 HP left on him, as it does seem that their finds on banana not going to be converted into a second round. That's a nice nade. It's well placed. Caserado and Fallen.
They should just hold on to the MAC-10s. Next round, that will give them 4 weapons.
Right.
They have pistols that they can drop, or they can drop the MAC-10s, and it means that they get another shot at trying to get max value out of these line of buys before the rifles are equipped. So,
but that's a perfect example. You know, it's not showstopper. It's not going in any frag movies, but that's exactly what you need from Zywoo,
exactly.
Right?
Important double. And they will be looking just to retain these rifles. Zywoo needs to get out of the radius of the site, as he is very low on HP. But it will read 2-0 in favor of Vitality, with the third likely but not a certainty. Not sure if they can win a best-of-5 grand final if Mezzi and Apex continue to have the level of performances they have been having throughout. Apex, I think maybe we could argue more par for the course, the level of expectation, and that nuke game against Mouse stepped up massively. And if Mezzi does have impact rounds like a pistol ace, they didn't win the map though, that does go against you, or Tech 9 rounds like he has throughout the tournament, then maybe they can, right? But it is going to be how much impact out of those rounds, how much value.
That's a triple molly start out of Vitality.
And this is the same opener. Yuri stayed in spawn last round 2 with this smoke ready to throw, so they're kind of going a 2-wave banana defense. He'll probably lob it out on a tell. Okay, this one's starting to fade.
And it will be thrown.
So this is, I guess, trying to channel them into A.
Ooh, wow, they actually take him down. It was long range, but with their powers combined, 5-7 from Yakinda softened him up. Caserado connects with that scavenge and save, MAC-10.
Okay, well, blocked now, playing through.
Yeah, cheeky. Subverts the expectation, flies into the headshot. Oh, Flamesy cracks open the bomb site, ensures it doesn't go awkwardly.
I like the response. There's a level of bluff that has to be called there. Right, if they're throwing this smoke, there's a reason for it, and playing through it nicely. Caserado, noisy with this, has been able to get himself an AK, so that's a prized possession. It's precious to hold on to. Kinda, caught, Mezzi handles that, and really, Fallen is the only one who's going to be searching for a frag. Extra money to be made. Buys will come out into the next regardless. Apex is the one who's been told you will be staying with the bomb. Oh, that's the choice he's made. Know that they have given over an AK-47. We will be 3-0 getting into the guns. Now Molotov will be able to get out his AWP. Vitality have had a real battle on Inferno by this event, especially against Mouse, right? So the mind games, the fact that it was their 10th and 11th head-to-heads in a calendar year. And Inferno being a bit of a fixture in a lot of those. So this is going to be the second time you played FURIA, the first in a grand final. And Fallen knows you need reps against Vitality to understand what makes them work.
Damage converted, not quite on the jump spot. Hits the shot, Zywoo low again. Could be another opening death for the Woo. No, never mind, he accelerates. Fallen's in trouble. Feels like it's inevitable. Oh, he still gets away with it.
Oh.
2 HP on the extinguished. Fallen lives somehow, some way for a moment longer. There's the ZywOo connection. And Molodoi nearly lost it.
You spring into action towards A now. Try and take some space. Boiler and Halls. Isolate Yuri.
Yeah, you got to find him. The pit player. Keisarato, was he flirting with pushing the smoke? He considered it for a moment, but just tugs.
Block smoke and Halls has changed this. They're going to path into the long smoke. Flamesy in the pocket. ZywOo now to join.
Ooh, Flamesy has a molly. I wonder if he's going to bother.
I think he's just going to get traded.
ZywOo just upturns to flash, still gets the kill. Keisarato's gone. You know Yuri's on site somewhere. He's got that little sliver gap, but doesn't find him. ZywOo progressing. Molly finds him, so does the bullet.
Key detail in this round. We're going to let them off the hook for the most util missed in a grand final map ever on Ancient, but this time we can't. The molly that went to go towards Logs, I think, scuffed the top of the barrels. They were going to flush out the barrels player. It's detonated in the air, and it's given a bit of runway for Vitality to operate without harassment in Banana. So that has made things a little bit easier with those initial trades, and ZywOo now 7-1. Can't keep a good man down, especially not on his birthday.
Yeah, and I do think that that first map has got him into that ZywOo zone. Because he's hunting with 1 HP, Chad. He just doesn't want to stop. He does not want Molodoi bringing that all through. 17, yep. Run out with the Glock. That's cheeky from Flamesy.
Yeah, and if people were paying attention, you would have seen on Flamesy's cam there that Mezzy celebrated that. Removing the orb is actually quite huge. I don't know if they'll be expecting another, though. So right now, Molodoi has equipped one immediately. Flash comes over, they pivot back into that. It's a great shot from ZywOo. Very well handled.
You know, they said they may not be expecting an orb, Chad. What about 2?
And what about Keisarato wielding the other one?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
This is a Furia buy that only Furia can have a go at.
It's got a different taste.
Ouch, that one hurts. A second nade would make things awkward. Ooh, he gets away. 12 points of health, all Molodoi has to work with. But he survives to tell the story of the triple nade.
And still hasn't fired a shot, so it's a secret for now. Again, they're playing for reaction. So if he does fire off in Banana, do they move quickly up mid? Does that mean they find themselves in the scope of Keisarato? Flash half wall. Now they know.
Now they do. Ooh, they might be caught by this little contact maneuver. Mezzy is creeping forward.
Very aggressive.
Here comes Util.
Gonna play through.
Yakinda and Molodoi. How do they fare? Flash and go. There's Yakinda. Starts as he means to go on. The combination punch, 1 and 2. There's a second out of Yakinda. Finally, ZywOo brings them down. Double kill. Should facilitate the plant. It's a 3v2 with a long way to go. Do you want to give this one a look in? You've got the number advantage, but at AWP on Keisarato, it's going to be difficult for him to chip in. Fallen just a P2000 and a smoke grenade.
Bad smoke.
This one might favor them. ZywOo plays it nicely, removing Yuri, and number 2 is that unarmored Fallen. Even warded off Keisarato with a couple of shots, so that orb will be picked up. ZywOo even retrieves Molodoi's. There's another multi-kill round out of ZywOo, who denies the save has Fallen. Gets the most out of that little MP9 as he could, but Keisarato preserving an orb, and Vitality keeping the win streak flowing.
Decent damage. A couple of players a little bit lighter on the finances, but a couple also around the 10K mark. Either way, long map ahead of them as this is a brilliant start, and that nade just bopping off the top of the dome right there. Fortunate to evade lethal damage from the follow-ups. And Yakinda and Molodoi did more than enough on the defense. It's, as you mentioned, the rotation in being the AWP, and nobody else really equipped with anything to find much punch. But that was a partial investment, despite 2 big greens. We do get a full gun round with kits, with nades, and the AWP again. ZywOo 10 and 3.
Yeah.
Mid question mark smoke lands. Looks like they want to play behind this quite quickly. 3 started towards A for FURIA. They're not hedging B.
A test for Keisarato on his mid-hold. They extinguish, they go. Serato hears it all, but he's been booked. Flamesy flies through the smoke. He caught the flash as well. ZywOo places it well. Nice one back. Molodoi confirms multiple bodies wrapping on the long side. Yuri standing on the balcony itself of the elevation. Messi flying with a push. Flash in for the library hunt. Fallen has vision though. Flamesy making things weird with the Molotov out. Fallen falls back as Flamesy's found. Advantage Furia, but a weird one.
Bomb stuck in library.
Yeah. And Rob's still apartments. Molodoi's holding for that. Looking lower as it currently stands though, but a quick flick not out of his wheelhouse. Yuri, oh, he's perfectly placed his crosshair there. A quick burst to the face as Apex goes down. A leg shot. Could finish it with a USP. Robs is trying to do something, but caught by Yuri. First 3 contributions from Yuri, and he gets it done.
Got to tip your hat to Furia there. I know it's something that they have been working on in the complexion of this roster. CT sides, the idea is re-aggressing, right? Taking back territory, getting information, pairing up, and right there, they just play statues, right? Sure, they lose this opening skirmish, good find from Flames, but it's the AWP that stunts and stalls the wrap into A, finds another on the clear, very well done from Molodoi. But you see what I mean? Nobody moved. They just said, hey, we're going to back our aim, we're going to win these fights, we're going to use the man advantage. They don't re-aggress, and that's what Vitality were hoping.
It's a war zone on top Banana right now. More util. Messi can play around the smoke, tries to, does so well. 2 for 1, there's Serato back in the mix for a moment.
B's open, bomb will go down.
3 casualties, Chad. And the B site will be lost.
Yeah, it might just be a save. The question is more about the hunt as opposed to Yuri and Molodoi giving this a real look. Appears they're going to go fishing.
Interesting.
See how lazy Vitality become in the post.
Oh, that smoke is fading. Molodoi will stay on the line. Anyone take an inquisitive glance, there could be an AWP frag here. ZywOo's dead! Yuri provides! Double kill already, progressing and covered just as he looks away! Yuri's got to come up clutch! He's doing it all for Furia! Looking for number 4! Yuri! Sensational play!
A misstep from ZywOo there. It's so silent. I think in that situation, maybe getting ahead, expecting it to be the save. And they've gone fishing. They caught a big one. Second round for Furia, and Yuri's the man they have to thank.
Wow.
Yeah, look, I think he's either trying to repause, he wants to use his nades, but either way, getting caught. Think about it, they're not spamming smokes, they haven't made any sound, this one here. And then the fact that Flamesy takes down Molodoi, Yuri's just going to be channeled in. The molly doesn't dissuade, and that's a massive clutch.
Jumping up, pre-aim was there, Yakinda flicks on down, he's looking for number 2, but the dunk denies, it's Messi. Pulls them back, ZywOo low HP, held by Fallen. Going to be deterred on his progression is Messi. Heard an audible reload on that sandbags. Molodoi's long side is a comfortable hold. With Rob's gone, it's just 2. Flamesy and Messi. Nice fight, hang on! Double kill into B, awkward for Yuri and Molodoi.
Here they go again.
How does a 2-on-4 suddenly look like Vitality are favored?
Oh, they're in the retake again. This time, they are announcing their presence.
Oh, boys.
The timing.
Ooh, Messi gets the info safely. Can throw out the block smoke. Tough to deal with now. Flash and go. Yuri throws caution to the wind. Flash is there, but Messi's good. Delivers number 3. On those Tech 9s. Messi and these pistols, I swear.
Well, they reset the record, and they're not getting lazy in the post this time, even with the slightest amount of time left. Staying diligent is Flames, just making sure Molodoi not hanging about. And they set the record straight. They know that they shouldn't have lost that to give over the seconds. They stay stubborn with the banana approach. They back their rhythm of util and their firepower output over that of Furia's, but that is a nice round. And now both teams, in the span of literally 2 rounds, have gotten away with one. Ancient gave us a flavor of chaos that you would love to see breed into every map, just with the detail of plans and util being on point. Money there for Furia. AWP wants to start over towards A again. Okay, Serrato also facing A, so it might just be a 2-3 start, meaning we might see something more aggressive towards Boiler and Halls, see if they can grab Rops throughout his progressions. Or are they expecting a change-up from Vitality? There's that Halls aggression. You catch it on the X-ray.
This is a very ab-centric setup. And despite that, Yakinda is playing as though he's got no fear. The dunk will put some into Zywoo, and he finishes off the job. Perfectly timed engagement from Yakinda. Cover from Fallen. Enables them to slip back, but he doesn't want to. Despite that man advantage, Yakinda wants to get another one going. It costs him everything. He goes down. In the meantime, Robs has managed to somehow isolate a duel on that app setup.
I think there was an investigation window, and Robs was just passive on the balcony. So the trap that they had set up to find Robs, he actually comes out on top of the cat and mouse game.
3 players in his area, and he manages to find one.
Yeah, but right now you expect Molotov to drop back. He's actually stayed so aggressive in Halls, and he's got company.
Robs is coming in first. Will it be a wide swing? Will he jiggle it out? Bait it out. Wow, how's he ready? That's the trade out of Robs.
Okay, Serrato needs a multi.
He's got an awful lot to do. But they cut noise. And they've only got 30 seconds for the finish. Now, the bomb is on the back of Apex. Yet to see a contribution from Vitality's captain, and Fallen getting curious. Pushes down B, wants to ensure he can at least lend a hand. He could lead to a flank on Apex if the timing allows. Backs his turn. Trade not there. There's Fallen actually wants a Mezzi. Hang on a second. Robs is low. He has to pick up the bomb. This is so uncomfortable. Another bullet connects. And Fallen clutches out the furious third. Right down to the wire. Robs' triple kill and still not around to show for it.
Picked the perfect timing, did Fallen with that push. Activates, calls Banana clear. At that moment, K Serrato knows trouble is knocking on his door. Means that he can be more ready than ever to deliver something, and by stalling them out in top mid. But this setup, the fact that they lose Yuri, Molotov stays forward, it just creates this area that I don't think Vitality were ready for. Probably expecting them to fall back to site-centric defense. They stayed forward and they're back down to the pistols. Yakinda, his antics, charging through Banana in the smoke for now. Might be flashed through this.
Such a huge discrepancy in the economy. Deliberate MP9, Yakinda, no nades. He knew he was going to go for the sacrificial lamb. Full commit.
They're going to pop into this.
They are.
Silently take the space. FURIA don't know what's coming. Molly sandbag.
It just threw out the mid question mark as well. Might keep boots planted on A. Test of the setup. Yakinda safe from the nade.
He's going to have to play through the CT smoke on Fallen's flash or play retake. And the rotation is miles away.
This is their go. Just the two of them, Yakinda and Fallen, to try and defend. Oh my god, look at the connections, Fallen! Takes one, Flamesy and Mezzi worse for wear off of his initial engagement. Got to see that default plant. Flamesy ensures it goes down.
Apex sells a smoke and a molly here.
They're coming in for that check on close half wall. That's where Zywoo has tucked. Yuri down, nice from Zywoo. Hang on a second, maybe Vitality with just the pistols can pull off this force by win. Molotov doesn't think so. It's awkward, they're stacked up on the coffin side. They know there's a fight. It's coming upon the fade. Charging through the pool side. Flamesy doesn't have the health for this, but he's trying his luck. There's a something from Mezzi. Mezzi! Oh no! FURIA fall to the pistols. Merriman steals from the rich and gives to the poor. As a seventh comes through for Vitality.
All right, FURIA. They've done the hard work to punish Vitality and put them in these tougher situations, but throughout it's been a theme. Get the stats guys out there to go through match by match and see how many Vitality have been able to scoop up, where Tech 9s have been the statement piece. FURIA with the spam through. Fallen doing a great job there with so much damage, but Apex gets on the board alongside of Mezzi at the right time. Zywoo lets out a roar, and now the shoe's on the other foot. FURIA, how many can you get before the halftime break? You're gonna have to work hard for these. Apps pop, 3
This is
through.
so quick.
They're going through the smoke. They're disrespecting Surely.
Yeah, okay, Serato's going to be there with his 5-7. They've got bodies on side. Attention drawn. It's looking good. It's looking fantastic. Yuri with 3. And it's just like that. A 4th for Furia. A magic trick as 5 members of Vitality disappear round 11.
Mate, that is beautiful. That one is a feel-good round there for Furia. Read him like a book. That setup was perfectly prepared for an app pop. You got 3 players looking at you. Nobody blind. And you're just jumping to your demise. A quick tour to the A bomb site. As his financial woes for both teams continue into the final round, first half, second map.
It's ugly again for Vitality.
Well, it's the Tech-9s again, so why the hell not?
It's worked for them before. That nade, not going to stop Zywoo. Hamstrung a little, operating under 61 points of health. The re-smoke will limit his options. Doesn't want to emerge with a grey screen.
And hard to say, let's use these flashes for this fight. You've only got 2 left and 2 smokes.
Valid.
So waiting for the util to subside.
Okay, Yakinda's decided to just spray blindly into the smoke. Perfectly timed. Getting flashbacks of Vitality mouths.
Yeah, from 0 to 100 there.
Damn.
Surely that's done it.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Forces him from one side to the other. Zywoo now investigates A.
Molodoy ready to receive them. Not ready, just as they were preparing the pre-aim. Molodoy gets 2 more. Robs in the 1v5. Furia, a stabilization into this half. And Yakinda secures it. That is stunning. What a recovery. It started 5-0 to Vitality. We've got an Inferno, a competitive second map in this grand final. We're live from Chengdu, China, looking to crown a champion. Second map of this best of 5 grand final between Vitality and FURIA. It's Inferno, which most would expect to see Vitality bouncing back from the loss of Ancient. However, a competitive half and a nice run towards the end of things has got FURIA in the conversation.
It was the inverse of Forced by Wars to start the game. It was Forced by Wars to close the half. Going to be 2 from 2 pistols to map number 2. Three-man B defense. Heavy banana group. Apex flashes at the ready to set up Zywoo and Flames over towards Sandbag.
Very nade intensive. Just the one Kevlar vest for Yakinda and one for Yuri. Okay, Flamesy trying to bait him in, back away. Flames will force Zywoo to do the same. He doesn't get what he wanted there. There's some flashes from Apex that sets them up for that re-aggress. Flamesy removed. Apex and Zywoo ready to biff, ready to brawl. Zywoo's been having a great time here on Inferno. He keeps it up in the pistol. Bit of a pistol demon. Look at him go. Farms up number 3. Quick one back from Molodoy.
Bomb will go down, 2v3.
It's a necessary kill to keep the conversation alive of a FURIA pistol here. Serato through the smoke. The silencer, no protection. Apex gets caught and Rops the same case. Molodoy punishes Rops' walk through the smoke. It's Mazzy to try and save them. He's got a pretty good pistol on him.
Can't take too long. There's a molly for the bomb if Serato can find that.
You're right. If he removes Serato immediately, though, on this pull fight, Molodoy's holding it. No, he's not. Serato. Oh, he's ready for you. Double kill for the 2 remaining. FURIA take the pistol.
We trade out the pistols again, and Molodoy 15 frags. He is going toe-to-toe with Zywoo on the other side of the server.
Yeah, everyone was wondering how on earth you're supposed to find another one of them. Well, FURIA's scouting.
This right here is Serato's most impact in the map as well. Him and Molodoy have been the best 2 performers for FURIA throughout the tournament run, so he's showing up right on time. At round 2, drop there for Vitality, but they will force in. Mezzy on the scout, Rops gets out an M4. He's been gifted that by Zywoo, but this looks like just a B rush, straight into an execute. They're not messing about.
Apex lost his full belt of util. The damage does find the mark of Yakinda and Serato.
I just think with how quick you have this top banana control, they are worried about a flank behind, but they might just stick to their guns. And you can break through this. It does seem risky against the pistols. Shell-shocked again by another nade, but only a little bit of damage. And if they use heaps of mollies, you're in the clear.
Yeah, they're going to be in trouble here. Yakinda's going to be leading in. Spearhead of the assault. Good find from the spread. Hang on a second. The pistol's munching through a couple. Fallen emerges from the smoke victorious with Flamesy gone.
M4 for this retake. Rops is going to need to do a whole lot of work. Getting boosted.
Yeah, you're right. Setting him up on the vantage point to spot out Fallen. That's enough. Gets what he needed. They have the leg up only for a moment. Molodoy doesn't play scared. Instead, mantles up, finds Rops over the smoke, and now tucks in.
They're re-smoked, right? They're going to have to try and get this M4 and fight from a different direction. I don't even know if you can go for this now.
I think that kill onto Rops may have very well sealed the deal.
Oh, we get this M4. Where's it gone? All the way back in his spawn. Yeah, no chance now. Bomb is way too far gone.
I mean, competitive threatening for that second round, but Molodoy finding his 16th does seal the deal.
Oh. Ow! All right.
That's not bad.
Another lick of damage done. Mezzy retains that. Zywoo picks up the M4. He can either drop it again or buy some armor for himself and give the deagle to someone else. Looks like he's going to go with that option. He's 17 frags. Why the hell not? They need him.
And it started so well for them. They managed to, find out the info on the jump spot. Molodoy just brings the fight back, not letting them get too comfortable on the retake.
Yeah, that's the key in some of those post plants.
Shrugs off the Mezzy scout shot.
Yeah, well, we're all tied up.
Okay, heavy advantage for FURIA to take A.
Zywoo is starting B with that M4. Rops aggressive in halls, doesn't have support. Apex gets the scout to look down mid. And banana control quickly again. It's been where some of the strengths and woes for Vitality have shown themselves, especially in their games against Mouse. This one has a different flavor. It's not just all 5. Taking to this side of the map, Serato forces out util. Fallen, alongside of Yakinda, investigate halls and boiler. They have an option available now. In float with the bomb at his feet, Molodoy. Exchange of smokes again, so they are just calling through this. the biggest factors is just trying to bleed out those nades. Make sure that you put enough of a threat. The CTs can't just greed their util. So they've been donated an extra.
Oh, okay. Mezzi, with these pistols, has found Vitality something. A little glimmer of hope, perhaps, but they aren't going to exec in. Flamesy throws out a God Flash. Zywoo will try and peek off of that. In fact, Flamesy actually finds K-Serato through the smoke. Is it going to crumble for FURIA? It very well could if that Deagle had connected. Buys them some time, a moment's respite.
It's the scout that's close, though. What's he meant to do?
I mean, hit a crazy shot through the smoke. That's his only option.
Well, Robs will have full banana control, but he's going slow. He doesn't know that they're all site-centric. Mezzi's found himself an AK and has a molly. They need to get a move on if they want to win this.
Molly towards Nubox, nobody home. Yuri is going to be vulnerable to the Apex scout, depending on how he clears. He wasn't ready for that position. Yuri brings him down. Mezzi probably likes the way that AK feels in his hands right now. I don't want to throw it away, but on his back pedal, caught by Yuri on the swing. Robs a similar goal, but Yuri a similar result. 8 for FURIA, threatening as always from Vitality, but the guns will have to come out round 16.
All right, well, 2 opportunities that Vitality could have won on the lighter buys go missing.
Ooh.
And for the first time in this map, FURIA take the lead. How long can they hold on to this? Zywoo doesn't bring out the AWP. It's the shot there to open things up for Mezzi. Molotov gets his, however. This is where that quarterfinal at EPL and the veto really comes home to roost. If FURIA snatch this overpass next, and FURIA have already beaten them on this map before.
Kind of been their MO though here in Chengdu. Vitality doing it the hard way. How many times did we think Mao's had them?
How many times the teams reverse sweep best of 5 finals? Pretty damn rare.
All right, good point.
Gamble away from B. They've just let Flames on his lonesome. Apex will join A, and he's having one of those tougher Apex performances. That molly has missed. Gamble looks good.
It does. Vitality well positioned. Yukinda pathing in. Robs on that balcony, a crossfire established. Mezzi beheaded. Nice find, forced out into the fight by the Flame. Yukinda suspects there is a Zywoo on side, and he's ready for him. Edging into the angle, Yukinda prepared. FURIA break into the A site despite the gamble.
Beautiful. No other way to put it, really. Diligent stuff, and even with that rotation, now it's about the hunt. And look at the radar. No one is hanging around with that bomb. They are confident. Apex and Flames are attempting to save these M4s. It wouldn't be the first time they've taken everything away from these two.
Yukinda's coming for you. Flamesy on that elevation can provide some support.
Very committed.
I think he knows he's going to have to take a fight at some point, wants to do it on his terms. Fallen is going to be met by a trade from Yukinda. Apex 2 and 12, and it seems 13 is on his way, just like that. Molotov closes it down. He opened up the round as well. Pick off from the balcony player. Robs didn't get a chance to play.
Yeah, and it was a wallbang, so it must have been a fast one there.
I feel like he is one of those AWPers that is hitting these crazy quick flicks on the corner of walls as well. Knows the penetration of the AWP and leverages it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Through the
railing. Well, this is 4 straight in the half. But 6 straight if you consider the way that the first half ended. So momentum has shifted and Partial is equipped. Apex back with this Mag 7. Rarely see it getting anything done. Doesn't mean it can't, and there wouldn't be any better time than now. But both teams have been able to win lower buy rounds. So no reason to write them out of this one.
Okay, he's survived the salvo.
Smoke behind to act as bait.
Oh, that wallbang wasn't far off as well. I think Apex thanking his lucky stars, and it might pay off. Nope, K-Serato knows what you're up to. Good clear.
It's hard to see that getting output if it's not in chaos. With how good players are in the modern game at clearing all of their angles, you're not pulling a fast one on a player like K-Serato.
A deliberate UMP here for Yukinda. He knows he's going to be the first man in. wants that running accuracy. He clashes with Robs' MP9 here. If he throws out that smoke, it's going to get awkward. They know where you are. Swings in. Burst doesn't quite find lethality.
All right, well, the armor for 2 of these 3 is worth something into the next round with the loss bonus maxed on out. This will be the 5th. Anything you can do, we can do better, Fallen says, as he has called his team into 5 rounds straight on the T side as well. But throughout this year, Vitality have only lost to 7 opponents. They've won 8 of the grand finals they've been a part of. The only one they lost was against G2, Fast Open London, and that was a 5-mapper. So once they make it to the final, they get the job done with only 1 blemish on that record. And right now, it's looking scary. FURIA are going to extend this lead to 10. It's a 3-round gap.
Genuine contender in FURIA.
With the major right around the corner, there would be no better time to take a scalp like this. Lane's the last man standing. All 5 looking to stay alive for FURIA. That's going to feel damn good. Zaiwu saved his pennies there, so the AWP will immediately be invested upon. Timeout from Xtaz. And they're starting to sweat. Now Vitality, no stranger to clawing back to matches.
Sure.
Melbourne Grand Final against Falcons.
Sure.
And the Mouse Newt game in recent times, but at the moment, nothing going. And I know from Fallen that he has high respect for Apex and Flames' layering of utility over towards B on the CT side. It's something that I'm sure he's studied and looked to find some gaps, find some holes or responses to deal with them. And they win this one, they could just run away with this second half and then move into overpass, their map choice, to 3-0 Vitality. Xtaz, been a useful 30 seconds.
Well, I think in Xtaz's mind, he hadn't accounted for this. Sure, he may have thought about the Ancient slip-up, but Inferno was seen as a safe haven, a way to immediately level out the odds.
Let's go, boys. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, Mezzi! His round cancelled early. Cheeky double nade gets FURIA started on the right foot.
More than that, it's information of the 3-man B start.
You're right. He's not the usual candidate. How does Fallen leverage that? He starts to search middle. Zaiwu's AWP is posted. Yakinda Boiler making his move, making pressure with the Molotov. He still has line on Boiler. How dangerous is Yakinda feeling? Peeks on out, does catch a nice timing, throws out a replenish of the flame. He's done well there. Takes the space, or at least forces off the AWP line.
At this moment, you go for a B execute.
Oh, it's absolutely perfect. The disrespect with the smoke break. CT smoked, and you're just gonna have to save.
They're gonna hunt them again. They have more than enough money. This is 11. There's no way this one will go against them. Vitality have given over control completely. The bomb to be planted, the 40 seconds on the clock. Now, as long as Yakinda stays alive, he's understood this. He doesn't need to play forward that the round is secure. He just needs to contain. Now, as soon as they realize it's oh so quiet, the smoke's fading, and there's no one behind them, let's see if Fallen wants to call his team into the hunt. Because again, removal of these guns is massive. Sure, the loss bonus is maxed out, but if you can wipe the board, what are they meant to do? The hunt is rapidly on the way. There's no util to try and push them out of places. He's going to need to be some sharp shots.
And Yakinda's starting to be that first man. I think Robs is ready for this first fight. Confirms pit occupied. Does Fallen call off the Panther? I think they will. Not interested in giving too much away. 11 to FURIA, map 2 of this grand final.
And a flawless T-half. 6 rounds straight with the last 2, not a single blemish on the record.
When does the buck stop?
Well, you might feel that you're in a scenario where you need to force the issue. Just so tough.
The layering.
Yeah, Molly caught in the head. You have to, if you want to go forward, you're into the nades. So looking beautiful from FURIA. tempered start.
People say Inferno's T-sided, but not 6 consecutive T-sided.
Snades again. Util damage through the roof.
Hang on, you needed a clawback there, and Flames gave it a go, but it cost him more of his health. Down to just 14. Deep nade looks like it's destined for damage. It does.
Molotov swaps out with K-Serato.
Kinder's on a quicker timing here, and Zywid this time will not make the same mistake. Finishes him off. Vantage Vitality. Molotov, full commit to this. He's trying to be a playmaker. Bogdan's the AWP to K-Serato, and actually a smoke spam puts him down to just 2 HP. So, looking very good. The strongest case Vitality have made for their first CT round.
Still feels like they want info. They're playing quite forward on middle. Zywid Porch, Desi tucked into the pocket. B-Fake dropped in. Silently boost into window. And not so silent anymore. So, didn't get this one perfect. Flames are cheating over now.
Okay, Molotov onto Mezzi's a problem. Especially when the AWP misses his first on the short side. Block Util, trying to slow them down, 20 seconds. FURIA still throwing themselves into the site. K-Serato's nade does remove Robs, but they shouldn't have a chance here. K-Serato's got his 10 HP AWP and back it away. Doesn't want to die after time. Retreats as Vitality succeed.
Okay, well, there was a moment on that execute in where the trades go the other way, and they steal 12. But Vitality, they get there first, and they start to settle into this CT side. So that's thanks to the Zywid flick onto Yakinda in Boiler to give them the opening incision. Here it is again. To be caught twice, and first tactical timeout from FURIA. Now that AWP save, they already had plenty of cash, but might extend a few more AWPs in the hands of Molotov down the stretch because loss bonus just came in at 1,400. So starting at the bottom of the barrel, they understand that they'll get a couple more cracks at this before the financial woes will really start to play in. 30 seconds as well for Vitality to talk through their next moves. And they're not in a position where they'll have a residual buy if they do lose. Have to regard those saves and see how that factors in, but this has been a damn good half from FURIA, especially considering the pistol that K-Serato and Molotov snatched back in a number disadvantage. They've been running with that gift. Just one more to guarantee OT.
There's that early Molotov. Yuri consistently throwing it out. This time Vitality playing behind it. There's their first flashback. They're trying to boost up the AWP. Molotov, does he get spotted there? I don't think he has been. Now he can uncrouch and potentially punish.
In the open.
Flamesy's committed. They are just going to stand and hope that if Flamesy makes a mistake over the tip of the smoke, he's got additional vision. And there goes Apex! Swing into his demise. FURIA set up the Kazakh sniper for the frag number 22.
And you wouldn't believe it, but that's his first opener.
Wow, what a way and what a time to find it. In pursuit of 12, map 2 of a grand final.
Apex individual woes continue, 3 and 15.
They set up a trap and he
Flash in a fight.
straight through it. Flamesy has a look and
Info.
confirms no one home. And info flows both ways. FURIA are aware that might be Vitality's understanding.
Still got time to change their plan.
But it doesn't look like he's going to be stubborn about this. Those pieces are still moving in transition. Oh, pressure applied on the short side.
Go back to B, the AWP stuck in pit.
And then you start wrapping long side as well. This is nice with a 3/4 smoke up. Yakinda fallen, partner up. Flamesy's going to be left on a complete island. He's in so much trouble. Flamesy has to step up and deliver. And delivery does! Flamesy with 3! Vitality needed him to step up, and Fallen's doing his best to try and dig himself out of trouble, but there's no time for anything. Flamesy almost single-handedly saves Vitality from conceding a handful of map points.
The kid is on an absolute island right there. Give him a pat on the back. He has had some masterful moments on the A4, but this time with the AK, he needs to deliver that level of output or they're in the site, the rotation's cut off. It cannot be overstated the level of importance of this triple kill.
Outrageous. The fact that it's the low HP sniper going down second, Yuri just couldn't catch him.
Last crack at one of these buys before the economy asks questions for FURIA.
Smokes on smokes, boosts on logs. Oh, and Molyneux down to Flamesy. He ended the previous. Oh, now he starts us off into round 21. No Molyneux contribution. Flamesy makes it so. He's pulling extra weight now. He's fragging for 2.
Really got to take your time in this round now if you're FURIA. And if you continue to get blocked and iced out, you might even consider going for a 4-man save. And the reason I say that is just look at all the nades. Like, there's still an opportunity for them to try and fight back in. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it is one of the options that they're likely discussing now as these block pieces of utility up. Flames on the line with the scavenged AWP. Needs to be careful.
Oh, he's ready. Jiggle pay, that's all he wants. He wants that info, confirmation of commitment.
Interesting smoke. I don't think that's what he was looking for, but going to use it to his advantage.
It's a funky one. Flamesy, break of the smoke, reveals Serato. They make best use of that smoke, Chad. He gets a second set up to succeed by Apex's HE.
The Utah's being thrown in. Mezzi's here for the alley-oop. Got the flash if the execute is real.
Mezzi's ready. Flashes for Flamesy. No commitment just yet. They're gonna have to run in now. There's surely no way these 3 can best Vitality. Running on in. Flamesy and Apex make it so. Spray control on display. Multis on multis. It's Flamesy shining bright.
Scorched earth on that B bomb side at the moment. And as discussed, the money was going to come into question. 4.1 the high end. As that hair clip might become all the fashion around these parts. 1 round game now.
Trendsetter.
It's only 3 rounds, and it feels like they've had to fight damn hard for those 3. The FURIA know it's hard to put a team like Vitality away. They've gone AK in the hands of Molyneux.
It's like Flamesy just remembered what they tried last round.
Yeah, and it's understandable, right? Because if teams want to float behind that half ultimate, that's one way to punish.
Oh. Just a monster of mischief is Flamesy.
So AK for Molyneux, Tech9's for the rest with you, so everybody leaving 1K plus, other than Fallen, who's dipped a little bit deeper, but he'll just operate with a pistol if he has to. 2,900 into the next. A plant will help facilitate buys. This has to be a pocket call. Look at him springing straight into an execute, and Robs is hearing this early.
Yeah, Robs reacts. Zywoo throws out the nade. Is he going to get caught? Ooh, just turns around in time. Support arrives because empty-handed. And Yuri, hang on a second, removing Zywoo. Oh, no! Another frag. Molyneux's AK. Long range removes another. Awkward for Flamesy. Gap around the smoke. He could try and punish with this. Turns away. Yuri brought down by the spam to 46. FURIA have done the hard part. The ball is down. The frags come through. They couldn't do it with the guns, Chad, but how's about a couple of Tech9s?
That's meant to be your safe pair of hands. Robs alongside a Zywoo, 20 kills to be able to stall that out. Those are the type of rounds those 2 are meant to deal with. And they've just gone straight into their sight, run them down, and resistance was futile. FURIA finding 12 just off of a pocket call. Timeout made. Sid, I think he's 30 seconds into overtime at a minimum. Flames' back turned. Here's those steps. Wants to hold on to this. Molyneux, can he find him? Gonna hunt him down. Popping out flashes, still looking for the fight through the Flames, and Flames will hold on.
Oh, Flames defending Flames. Last time out, Xtaz, emergency meeting required.
But that's the type of round that you're going to feel quite tilted. You can see Zywoo getting caught off guard. Robs should have been able to hear those steps, gallivanting up second mid. He threw emergency U2, understanding that. Molyneux shot there onto Library, a thing of beauty. And yeah, a bit of bullshit there from Yakinda just to sprinkle on top of a round that already hurts.
Oh, it really hurts.
Now Robs, this guy's kind of big in China. When he comes down, he usually delivers with the goods. At the moment, 9 and 15, and it was his side that was the weakness. Zywoo and Flames have been the difference makers. Apex has been absent. Mezzi's had some impact with the Tech9s and lighter buys. Time for the others to join the party. Well, this will be a 2-0 lead for FURIA going into Overpass. Third map of a best-of-5 final. Their map choice where they've already beaten Vitality before, just a month ago.
ZywOo starts off blinded.
Casey again.
It is Keserato. He's on the warpath. Quick about this. Look at his pathing. They really want to punish ZywOo. They're ready for it, and so is he. Trace on out, just a leg shot. Keserato saved by the corner. It's Mezzi ready for the arch wrap. Nyakinda's walking up on that. Oh, he still wins the duel though. Empty hands for the Brit. Apex has to make up for it. Traded by Keserato. A 4-on-3. That man advantage. FURIA can leverage that. It's just Flamesy. You know you've removed Apex. And Molodoy, look at the way he's approaching this. He's just backing his aim, his quick reactions. He's going to go for that quick scope, clearing the sight contact.
Rob's gone down as well. They don't have to pivot. Oh. ZywOo.
Yeah, it's awkward. Flamesy finding Molodoy is great. It has to move back, but now you've got this weird loose piece of ZywOo. His back turned, looking for Yuri in apartments. Lots of moving pieces for what could be FURIA's second in this best of 5. ZywOo slips through arch. He's looking for answers as to where they've gotten off to. He knew they lost out on spawn. Bomb will make its way in.
He can stop the cross.
He certainly could. And he does! Fallen caught.
Someone's inside.
Position noted. They have picked up the bomb though. Keserato responsible, going to throw out Moto, Smoke and Plant. Yuri's position towards the pit side. Flash thrown high. ZywOo not going to commit. It's Flamesy that makes the first move.
Has a molly for pit if he wants to use it. There's Flames.
It's progressing forward though. Doesn't want to announce his presence just yet. Waiting for ZywOo to be in a position to lend a hand. Steps made. Trying to keep attention drawn. Keserato is staring at him. Molly thrown out. Adjusts. ZywOo advancing. Does find the damage. Can't finish him off just yet. ZywOo progressing forward. There's the headshot you needed. It looks like FURIA are going to go 2-0 in this grand final. What a way from taking down the king.
The fangs of FURIA, the ones to find the final blow. That is a statement right there, as the godfather, the spiritual mentor of Brazilian Counter-Strike is 1 map away from ushering this core into a 3-map victory over Vitality. Polished while doing so, and I think when you've got a leader of men as fallen, right, not only is he here to facilitate the calls with his pedigree, he's also to facilitate the players within his team to get the best and absolute most out of them. I think he would be the first to tell you, Nyakinda within these mid-rounds, Motormouth calling a lot of plays. It's fallen.
Yeah, and not having the ego to say, you know, that's my job. Understanding that it can build them all up. We are into the play. Let's get it started. Map 3, and it does seem like Apex's boost will be tested. It's ZywOo and Flamesy that are going to be walking on down, escorted by the boost. Heavy focus on this short pipe. Fight, big fight. Flamesy backs away, caught out by Yuri through Con for a nice one. And now they've got util, they can just exec in. This is going to get really uncomfortable for Mezzi and Apex. Oh, Nyakinda shuts him down. Apex's eyes roll to the back of his skull. That is a certainty. FURIA will be taking the pistol to start off proceedings, map 3.
Hey, playing with house money as well, FURIA. We're sitting behind their booth. As they left to go for their team speak between maps, they were cheering that the next map was Overpass. I don't think they could quite believe the state of affairs that they find themselves in. If Ancient was banned, I'd hazard a guess that Overpass would have been their pick. Not only because they beat Vitality a month ago at EPL, the 10 on the trot, this is a comfort map for them, and it's a map where T-side rounds are worth their weight in gold. So the pistol is the first step in that direction to a 3-0 victory over Vitality. Best of 5 grand final. Yeah, sure, G2 topping them. They had to work hard. For FURIA, I'm sure hard work's gone into this, but they're making it look like child's play.
Nyakinda, that Glock at range did very well, and the fact that they even considered it with Yuri coming in through Con, ensuring they'd be able to take that late short control. Long range as well from Fallen's Glock, okay.
Force by now from Vitality. 2 Famises, 3 5.7s, and a smattering of util. They'll be starting 3-2, traditional setup. No Monster Smoke deployed early. Yuri will be in through Con. And it's very heavy towards B again. Nobody probing A, so Rops takes no contact. The stack is in the right place right now for Vitality, and they need a fire starter.
Ooh, yeah, nearly lost Yuri there. Combination of 5-7 bullets, and now the FAMAS could have finished it. Yuri gets across the sideline. He doesn't know how close he is to demise. Oh, good find. Flamesy, no armor, no problem. He still gets something on the 5-7. There's Mezzi as well with a chip in. 3-on-3, chaotic pandemonium. Kesarao tries to bail him out, but not enough. Yuri, the last man standing, and he was the one that took the early damage.
That's where both are, but this is going to be so tough on low HP for Yuri.
Takes his double kill. Combines with the stack. Where's he looking? He's not ready! Didn't anticipate the walk through the smoke. This was supposed to be a gimme. Maybe Robs can save him. Jumping out, running him down. A Mac-10 busts the FAMAS, and that's cheeky. Little extra note, that's the Robs specialty. Jumps up, finds elevation. Not an easy fight for Yuri. And Apex a sigh of relief.
It's important to see both Apex and Robs in the kill feed in an important round like this. Apex with a mere 5 kills on Inferno, and Robs quiet as well with 9. Not usual to say for that of Robs, but Apex is an in-game leader. Sometimes these games happen, but he was the reason they were able to come back against Mouse. Maybe he'll have to be the reason they can come back against FURIA. The bomb does go down. Yuri gets great value out of that situation and does help facilitate 2 AKs, a Galil, and 2 Tech 9s. This time it will not be B-centric. 2-2-1, on control, a big part of this. Timing on the nade, a little bit early. Overpass all about the map control. You guarantee connector, gonna make playing between the sites late a whole lot easier. So grouped up now. Pack of Panthers heading towards A. They've got a bunch of smokes for this finish. And there's no resistance, at least in stage 1, front-facing toilets. Robs is here, Zywoo jump spot. Short control.
Tinder edge is in, Galil bests him. Important trade back as Molodoy puts Robs down, and Zywoo on site does a lot of damage to Molodoy. Catching some flack himself and actually looking to play back behind the smoke, changes his mind, now back dice. Yuri meets his fate. Good find from Zywoo. Where's the find? No trade, Fallen can't find him, no one can touch it. Triple, make it 4 out of Zywoo. Need to see him arrive, and that is one hell of an announcement of his presence. Quad kill shut down, forces FURIA onto the eco.
Yeah, not sure exactly what was going through Zywoo's head in that moment. Looked like he was going to back off and play retake, which would have been the wrong call. If they'd given up site control, they would have had a tough time getting back into that. So either he's just shrouding himself in the smoke while he dodges the flashes, but either way, the result is exactly what Apex required from his superstar.
Bit of a weird one on the comms there. You can see the clear from Fallen. He's looking truck. Maybe the kill from Zywoo was so quick they couldn't quite pinpoint his position. Back dice.
Yeah, well, language is a big conversation point for this team.
True.
Now, it clearly can't be a problem they've gotten this far, but I imagine in chaotic moments, it's a mess for everybody. Molodoy, a gun again, so they just want to keep slathering on this pressure right now. It's Glocks for everybody else. If you're going to invest in a rifle, you at least want to get some value. So 1 kill might be enough. 2-1. Needs to become 3-1 for Vitality. They need to put up the blue wall. 9 rounds is what I'd be aiming for. What Xtaz is likely hoping for.
Just hoping Molodoy can win out this early exchange. Fallen, he sets him up. He drops him the gun. He pulls the crosshair, and Molodoy profits. Heading on towards Apex's side. Molodoy down. Nice find from Apex, and it's just going to fall into place here. Lovely work. Comfortable 3-piece.
Okay. Thinking on his toes, Apex is switched on, was trying to get that M4 across to Mezzi so he could get an upgrade for free, but too far away. Now, Fallen, after dropping that Galil, he will be operating with a Tech 9, so both teams with some emissions in the firepower department going into this one. This one's easy. Definitely gets the crowd excited, but I imagine Vitality are the fan favorites. If FURIA win this, that could change if we come back to Chengdu next year. The gun round number 1.
There's some Rob's aggression here. He's going to have a look, bit of housekeeping, and he is making a forward move.
Oh, nade missed. I think you wanted that one down the pocket of the stairs.
Would have had Yakinda low. Not going to connect. Rob's sticking around. He's got Zywoo covering his playground exit from Party.
And Apex needs to cover off Con. This is full commitment.
It is. Audible steps from Yakinda. Fallen just going to walk into the crosshairs. Nice find from Rob's forward position, removing the bomb carrier. The trade attempt from Molodoi. Yep, ZywOo's there, tracking him perfectly. Yakinda with the clawback. Wait, Apex did as well. Not ready for Yakinda.
How long can they keep this? Because Mezzi can cover Con from here, but ZywOo also trained.
Oh, Yuri might be in trouble. He starts moving on up. It's nice. Adaptability from Vitality. ZywOo demonstrates with the AWP. Catches one on Party and just puts K-Serato down as well. That CT side overpass. You said it's about that strong start on the T side. They got the pistol. They thought they'd achieved it. Vitality quickly let them know this is not going to be a freebie. See this again, ZywOo lending a hand, drops, taking the first, knowing that trade is going to be sought after.
Weird, Apex isn't looking, well, no, he was, but it felt like he was late to it.
Loved this, don't see this kind of exchange too often. You take your short control and you also catch that Con lurk.
Okay, partial again, Molodoi will be bringing out the AWP into the next. They're going to try and soften up with some nades. They land on the doorstep of Flames, but he wasn't on the boost and he wasn't jump spotting, was just operating with the spams. Now, this needs to be another gimme in the Vitality camp. You can actually get into your flow of gun rounds once the Molodoi AWP comes in, and you'll see them go for 2-2-1s again. And Molodoi's AWP in connector, because this kid's so quick, he goes through Con and tries to punish you on those jump boosts. We've seen him hit it. Drops forward, ZywOo close by. When you play committed positions like this, you have to get the opening frag, right? Even if the second goes against you, that's fine, but you can't be giving away the first. So Rops is stuck with his boots planted as the B defense is the one shifting for now. A little bit wary of a potential B execute, and to pull that off, Molodoi will be setting up the upgraded pistols with the flashes. Fallen likely to smoke heaven, and jumped up.
Well, oh, lovely.
Well, like he had a lot of time to adjust into that, did he, Apex?
Robs wasn't ready for Yakinda's positioning, though, so he will go with empty hands. Looking like it's going to cost them too much. Mezzi on top of the barrels, catches the K-Serato push out Monster.
So we peter out into this one.
Double swing, they're ready and active, using and leveraging that rifle range advantage. Oh, he even spots him. Nice from Apex. He's getting a lot of info safely on this B site. That's a long-range Tech 9 dink. They get through it. 5-1.
And we need to start considering what comes next. So the first rifle round, Vitality played a staunch defense over towards A. They were aggressive, right? You had Apex in connector, being able to cover that off, while ZywOo and Rops connected to shut down over towards T-stairs, as well as the playground exit. Now the question needs to become, do they want to continue that, or do they want to allow FURIA to have the time? They're going to have to work through the protocols. They're going to have to use their utility to push back the angles, to set Molodoi up. It's another 3-2, which could be telling of another aggressive setup on the A site.
Extra util delivered by Apex, but he will be starting over towards the A duo. Starting long side. Molodoi trying to catch the jump spot. How safe will you be? Oh, he's looking at all the options. Nade lands right down his pocket. Doesn't elect to go for the wallbang immediately. So Flamesy's survived.
And the prep is done. You can see it on display right there. Flames going the safer version of the jump spot, and then just gave one little glance over. Surely he won't hit me. So now we get into the mid-round. The default needs to activate over towards A. Bathroom smoke in the double long setup.
This is really cheeky, right? Normally it's one or the other. Apex wants to, actually boost him up. Oh, missed shot. Not an easy one, but they'll pull the ripcord and get out of there.
Still difficult to take a lot of space off the back of that. One, you're giving away the audibles. Two, there could be a third individual on the site in the bathroom. So rejigging the defense on both sides of the map. Flames now up and over, damage done.
Not going to help them paint the picture, though. Just Yuri and Connie's always there.
But look at the time, 35. They're definitely pivoting back to B. Molodoi, AWP, and Bomb. Apex joins the defense. Reading the play well, Vitality.
Yeah, Fallen and Yakinda are so disconnected from this play. And they are going to find the opening. Flamesy going down to the Molodoi AWP. Still now, Yakinda lingers, finds another. It's up to Mezzi, defending his side valiantly. Can't control the spray. It's Apex with a chip in. Catches Yuri Con.
Time.
They have to plant. Apex is in such a good position. Good find. Gets Molodoi. Apex. massacres the attack. Nothing left for FURIA as the 6th delivered. A captain delivering in the frag department, top of the tables. Apex not ready and willing to give this one up.
It's about time he woke up. He's trying to legitimize himself as one of the top in-game leaders. I don't just mean of this year, but of all time, right? If you take a team like Vitality, maybe you don't eclipse that of Astralis, but even if you're number 2, that's of all time. Now this year, in the best of 5 finals, he's been playing against teams like the Mongols, Maus, G2 was in the mix. A lot of these teams have new generation in-game leaders. Fallen is the old master. 2 major titles to his name. Sure, Apex has got 3. But Apex has never tussled with Fallen in a grand final. Even though their first match against each other was back in 2014, 11 years ago. This is the first time this is ever unfolding.
Kind of crazy.
Another gun round. Swing and a miss. A lot of overpass rounds will play down to the final throws, but fast rounds from FURIA is what got them going on Inferno. So maybe a pop in the B.
Maybe. You'd have to deal with Mezzi and Flame Z. You can see Mezzi going forward, trying to almost anti-flash, burrow into the monster pipe to avoid those flashbangs. Do they catch him? They do. Oh, he's booked. Nice find. Still, no way! Molodoi opens up the site with 2. The Tech-9's feast. And now the Fangs swing through. There's K-Serato and Yuri in combination onto Apex. Pace, the name of the game. They get in round 8 for number 2. They might not do anything. He can't even stop him. Yuri takes the head off. 5 alive. A pace change. And it sends echoes into the next. That's awkward for Vitality. Can they bounce back off of such a quick for FURIA's second?
Yeah, and Mezzi, excuse me, very comfortable in those situations traditionally.
Well, Molodoi must have hit a cracker. So the first is, we saw, just finishes it off. And then this second one. Bang, bang. Wow, headshot, body shot, first 2 bullets.
Not very well there, output on the pistols.
Impressed. Okay, Robs and Zywoo. This is going to be an aggressive stance for that fountain control. Zywoo, he's being pre-aimed by Molodoi. Molodoi just looks away as Yakinda's caught. Rounding the corner, blind spot, caught out completely. Robs positionally sound. Straight back to winning ways for Vitality, at least it starts that way. Both leave with a nice opening.
This is the thing, though, the bar is set quite low on this T side for FURIA. So they've got the pistol. Sure, they could have definitely got the conversion and taken care of business there. Their second round has come through some Tech-9 heroics. If you struggle in the rifle rounds, but you still walk away with 3 or 4, it doesn't matter. So the celebration of this swift rifle round dispatch, it's all good and well. But Vitality know that this is what's expected of them at this moment of the game. Now, the fortunate factor of being able to win the round with the lighter investment does mean that there is enough money for FURIA to go again into the next. Likely to see fall on the sword again to hook up Molodoi. Worst case, Yuri goes down after time. Don't know if he's going to get away with this save. You can see Vitality on the radar starting to clamp down. I know he's the connector player. He's already been involved in a skirmish. And there's only so many places he can be. So no, your economy on the CT side can become quite fragile. So how many bodies do you want to throw at this? And will it be more than Robs? He has found, and that might be enough. Yuri used that as a buffer to take a little bit of space, hold on to the AK, and now it actually works out even better. Yuri can drop the AK, Fallen or K-Serato. K-Serato has the most, can drop the AWP. So everybody will work out to be in a full gun round position, and Molodoi gets what he desires. So important save there for Yuri.
Yeah, and an important pickup from Robs and Zywoo. You can see that this was that next one. Just a jump spot. Robs demonstrating his prowess as well. Very little working with there, just 2 bullets.
I think you just stay B heavy if you're FURIA. See if you're able to get past Mezzi and Flamesy on a few more accounts as they're using their boost against them, is Zywoo.
Yuri knows his pathing. covered by that smoke.
This is a bit more standard. This is a 3-1-1, so no AWP looking for the jumping hijinks. Molotov will be going for fights towards long, divider, trying to push them back at range. It's a double bathroom setup. Rops and Flamesy as Apex will join them too. So the AWP will want Vitality hopes keeps B strong. And the rifles get to be a bit more fluid. You don't have to jump spot and you get to trade off of each other if they walk into these traps. So out long they flash. A little bit cumbersome there with the nades, but they're out regardless.
Okay, this is kind of what Flames and Rops have been waiting for.
Rops has to play first. Flames is an unknown entity.
They're going to flash it. Rops eats it. And there's Flamesy. The unknown entity only gets the one. So Apex is the... Oh, it was a surprise for Fallen. You can see he had his knife out. Was not prepared for Apex.
Bomb needs to be picked up. They can't just react into the finish. And there wasn't a nucleus of players. They were still somewhat spread. So 40 seconds. Now it's about Vitality reading the rotation. At this moment, a good move for Apex is to jump spot on the site. Play for info. He's still got a molly he can block with. And if he gets the intel, ZywOo can rotate up. But you can't get caught by the Molotov AWP.
Ooh, and his reposition now noted as well from the bathroom side. Apex is alone. That flash indicates as much. He's caught with his nade out. What's he doing that for? Yuri finds him. This shot from ZywOo signals the bomb should be going down just in time. Look at the time. K-Serato, let's say wallbang! Not gonna happen. K-Serato plants it.
Mezzy's still on B. You'll know what that means. Is I think one or two things has happened there. Someone is informed to say it's likely going to be B. Feels like Apex, based off of the way that he was playing, the last thing you want to do is be toyed with, right? And have your rotator between sites, and then they do get that hit, and they isolate one player, which is exactly what happened. But when we swap back to ZywOo, last time we saw him, he was in heaven. A strong spot for the AWP, not if they smoke. So he's played deeper in the site, which has removed his ability to rotate. And then Apex, who has been having impact 11 and 6, should have valued. Tried to puff up his chest, act bigger than he was, and gives up his life, allowing the third now for FURIA. Now the save is the informed decision because the finances go kaput, so does the half of Vitality. For me, 8 feels like a minimum. 9 feels like a way back in. It just looks ugly.
Especially when you look at the time. 15 seconds as he goes down and the site opens up. I mean, it really gets awkward for FURIA if they don't find that.
You lose this, you have no money for the last Vitality. Let's hope those saves are worth it.
Fallen actually joining Yuri on their con progressions and takes a bit of a lick from the Flamesy wallbang. Past the threat now. Wow, exclusively long, so expecting sound cues on their progressions like a smoke thrown like this, a flash like that.
And there's regular timers that teams have to go through on the default of overpass to take control. And very rarely is it done silently.
Nice toggle.
This also allows an activation for a push. So Apex, again, cannot go down on the site. Needs to jump spot. Rops could start activating if they get enough information. And then ZywOo, well, ZywOo is ZywOo. Let's see what he can do. He's got Yukinda and Fallen on their way.
Oh, he considered it.
If he scopes...
Oh, he's not ready! They sling through the long bathroom. Now looking for number 2. Trade is there. Yukinda baits him in. Fallen just doing everything to try and set up his players, including running around wide. Not ready for that was Molotov. Apex cheeky, finds the bomb carrier and the sniper, so a very important scalp to pull us back into a 3v3, and it's awkward for FURIA given the time.
They can rotate, they have connector control.
Yukinda's a real nuisance. Oh, info on the jump spot, Apex. He's gonna tuck in. K-Serato creeps forward, that's Yukinda, more output from him. 3 frags deep as he's trying to pull FURIA into this. What have you got, Flamesy? Nothing. Mezzy alone in the clutch. FURIA again down to the last few seconds. Take that B bomb site in pursuit of 4.
It's clear to me that FURIA have a much stronger grasp here of these late round situations. Apex looking so hungry for information. This is overpass. You're able to turtle up. You're able to tuck in. I understand you want to be ahead of the play, but you have been punished now 2 consecutive rounds and 2 costly deaths. ZywOo was the one who looked the silliest of the bunch right there. Unawares, paths backward into this, and you don't often see ZywOo getting caught off guard.
I mean, that's timing 101, right? Like, he was really considering. I feel like I could make a full 10-minute montage of Fallen leaping, looking backwards, jiggling and wiggling to pull crosshairs. He is just doing everything he can to set up the stars of the FURIA show. And Yakinda, this is his map, this is his domain and terrain. 11 frags deep, top of the tables, first time out from Xtaz. That feels late.
Yeah, I guess, though, this is the thing. When the rounds are so spotty, it's only just started going wrong, right?
Yeah,
because if you had won back again, then you would have had a rally of rounds where it's like, oh, now we've lost 2 consecutive. I think it's important, though, to have the conversation at this point, because you have a cobbled together buy, and you're going to need to come up with something creative, right? You aren't just going to be able to go into a standard round where we have the ZywOo, or we can play heavy with you two. The loss bonus where it's at, it will mean 3 MP9s. Mezzy was able to drop an M4, and he's actually dropped 2. So he's going to take an MP9. He's given an M4 to ZywOo and Robs. So at least the A defense has the rifles, which makes sense for the range. The SMGs get to play closer, but the question is, do they want to use it and play aggressive into short and maybe try and cause a bit of a kerfuffle early to grab an opening pick? But either way, FURIA will be happy with this scoreline in the halftime break, regardless of the outcome of round 12.
Yeah, especially considering that second round did not go your way. A run of 6. After winning the pistol, they go down 6-1. To battle back to a 7-4, maybe even 5. How do Vitality approach this? Heavy, heavy B lean.
Yeah, expecting a potential shift, right? FURIA have been doing these defaults a lot, so maybe expecting them to go into something that is a pace change and capitalize on a gamble. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to continue with the 3-1-1s, because if they can make an incision or get the space, they've shown they have a clear advantage once the round settles into the 40-second mark.
Second wave, a flash into the smoke bathroom. Fallen stampeding loudly towards top con. Trying to stay dynamic, trying to stay nimble. Oh, this time with a train, an overpass exclusive.
Fallen stays aggressive as ever, happy to put his body on the line without the flash. Knows it's about pressure. They can draw back that third A defender right now. They're sitting pretty, and that's enough pressure. Yeah, he's done it. He could call it late, right? This could come down to the last 20 seconds or so, and they could be sprinting towards B. But it feels to me the fight will be over towards A.
Robs is going to try and tuck in on Divider. ZywOo contact. Apex going to throw a flash upon the fade. Robs set up to succeed. Robs and ZywOo go wide and massacre. Number 4 comes his way. It's Robs' day. An 8-4 at the half. Vitality holding on. Smiles on their faces. A long road if they want that trophy. one half away from FURIA handing Vitality their second grand final loss of the year. But this would be the first in a 3-0 fashion. This is a best-of-5 final. An 8-4 half. Sure, they got the pistol. Second round conversion didn't happen. Went down 6-1, but boasting 4. I feel like if you were setting par for the course, Chad, you'd say game on.
Yeah, I think FURIA, especially with this 10 overpass in a row streak, is going to be feeling pretty happy with this. They know exactly what it's like to work back into games. Kinder and Molodoy over towards A on the pistol. Fallen, Queserato and Yuri defending B. 2 sets of dual Berettas. Flash for Fallen to try and facilitate based off information, and slow start out of Vitality. That's just how overpass goes. Going to go fast, it's B. Otherwise, you'll take your time. ZywOo not being equipped with a P250. We've seen that in his hands a lot. We run boost to get this long space. Molodoy's actually playing safe. You can see the way he's tucked in. As the dual Berettas, he wants to fight at close range.
The whole squad coming his way, though. Molodoy, he knows exactly what's up. That multiple elevations, they're going to jump up. Yakinda perhaps to lend a hand as well. ZywOo spots him, baits them in. Molodoy, nothing! Good shot back. Yakinda keeps it level. Rotations come through. Fallen, quiet performance from him, but a kill on the pistol could be a difference maker. ZywOo's tucked. The bomb was spotted, and so Yakinda will do the same. No, he's walking in on it. He wants to punish ZywOo. And he will! Masterful from Yakinda, demonstrating once more his power on this map. Oh, Yakinda, why not take them all? 3 kills deep in the pistol. Apex's next victim. One more bullet will do it, but he's playing for the win. And Apex dips away. Bomb, they know, is under their control. Robs maybe could walk up on this. There is a bit of a blind spot. The jump spot from Fallen could spread misinformation. Through the smoke, Robs, golden opportunity. How many is he going to get? Robs is doing things he couldn't pull off the third. Apex is low, picks up the bomb and runs to his demise as FURIA take the pistol.
I love that from Yakinda. Right, that setup to me smells of anti. That staging area they require to do that execute. They're looking to smoke off Bank and CT and molly the site from long and then continue their execution through. And the fact that Yakinda does not allow them to have that breath. The first one, the pressure's on, but this is cheeky, right? He knows that ZywOo's pinned. He pushes up and just stays steady. But this is what unravels the ability for the execute. And you have to love it. It forces them down to an eco. Couple of digs, couple of P250s. Block for Flames as 2 pistols. Oof, okay, one back. On overpass should be the recipe for success. I understand that they didn't convert in the first half, but they still managed 4 overall. And this is the leg up. Vitality are not going to have an easy time getting T-South rounds either. Some wonky shots. They do drop back.
Oh, he's very vulnerable. He's done well there, has Messi. 2 kills from his Deagle once again. Prominent on the pistols. Yuri, set up for success. Traded out. ZywOo's Deeg has made it even closer. 2 on 2.
There's M4s to be scavenged. Oh, we can grab the second.
Messi sets them up with the double kill, removing Molodoy, and now it's up to Robs and ZywOo. Perhaps letting them down on Inferno, but this could be another one hell of a round to convert. Supposed to be a gimme for FURIA. Queserato truck. Robs were moving in. He gets the info. Queserato doesn't know. He doesn't know just how screwed he is. Sure, they got no Kev, but they know where you are. Queserato, what do you got? No, not the double, just the one. ZywOo in the clutch. It's Fallen, 2 kills to his name, but this one could really make the difference. ZywOo slinks away.
Smoking a kit.
Smoking a kit could change things. That sound would make things uncomfortable for ZywOo. Fallen, instant headshot! Close, but no cigar. Fallen waving at him on the server, that's cheeky. Kill number 3 comes in, and he finds the bomb in time.
Yeah, look, no dramas there with the kit in play, but if we recount Ancient Inferno, and now here on Overpass, Fallen has had a clutch on every single one of them.
I can't believe Queserato's done as well as he did there.
Yeah, you think he should be dead to rights, so Rops has dropped the ball in that situation with all the information, but Fallen's MP9, we know it does work. And the Professor waves his finger at the game. It's his birthday, but it might not be his present, the trophy. Could be going home with FURIA. 8-6, 2-round gap into the guns. No AWP available for ZywOo. Molodoy. We've seen this boost. You know how potent it can be. And that means Vitality should be well aware. Just Yakinda over towards A on his own in the aggression. He's trying another elevation. Yakinda really just sticking around. One and done. If he can get out, that's more than enough production from the Latvian. Silence settles over overpasses. Look at this. Vitality holding on to so many nades. Still have 5 smokes. They haven't thrown any opening util. Kind of offering map control over to FURIA, letting them limp through their nades, seeing if there's some form of aggression that they can punish. On smoke dipped in. And working on space on A. Make sure that you don't get caught short on the timer. Happened to the best of them on overpass, and really feeling like it was going to be some type of a B probe. They kept it 4 strong. Now they'll rotate the AWP back. But there is all this util still to find the finish. So needing this long control once more. Upper bathroom's clear. 35 seconds. Has to be A.
This one's going to come down to the wire then. Oh, how has he hit that? What? Like a frame of Apex on Molodoy's screen. He tracks him. Repositions through the smoke. ZywOo looking for Yakinda. He does spot him out, but Yakinda beats him in the duel. Flames he trades. Bombs on his back. Needs to avoid the Yuri. Push through the smoke. Molodoy's on that truck side. Where's the time, boys? No plant for you. Flames, he can't even get away. It's the Molodoy moment. 4 kills. Shuts them down. Sends them back to spawn. Money broken. Chengdu cheers them on.
See the difference in the way that rounds played between Vitality's rifle defense and FURIA's.
Let's see that one again, Chad. Bye. They did everything to avoid the AWP line. He jumps across, and that's the shot he hits.
I feel that they didn't do enough in the early rounds. Vitality, right? They're not. You look at other maps. Oh, well, he's really making a name for himself now.
Yeah, on the big stage, though.
Well, this is the thing. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in Hong Kong next week. We don't know what's going to happen at the major, but for my money, Molodoy has to go down as Rookie of the Year for 2025. He's been an absolute stud. I just think right now, there's more concerning signs for Vitality just based off of this veto conversation. It's not going to happen in a best of 3, but the major finals now are best of 5, and if they feel they have weakness on train, and overpass. The map pool no longer so deep. Hello.
Oh, wow. He spots the whole team there. Yakinda, he's getting chased and supported by Serato. Lovely find. Rops's hunt is punished. Opening kill goes their way. This partial investment. They want to try and explode onto Molodoy, but this is Molodoy's site. Could be another multi-kill on the way. Smoke's making life difficult for him. Yuri in support as well. On the cross. What's he got? Gets one. ZywOo running him down, though. It's Mezzi's Tech 9. Good for it. Down enables the plant. Whoops! Fallen's got ya. Nails the nade, or at least enough to finish what Yakinda had started. Retake is on. ZywOo equipped with his AWP. See if he can use it as well as Molodoy did. Late long. Fallen's there. Comes in from the bankside. Apex all to do. Fallen the first frag. Taking shape for Apex in the clutch. There's number 2. Oh! 3 from Apex. Saving Vitality time after time. Big game player.
That's what we need. A captain's clutch coming in late. Fallen's had 3 so far. Apex has had some impact throughout this map, but that one's a showstopper. Is it a stunner, though? Does it wobble FURIA? Because this one from Apex, necessary. These rounds, T-side, hard to come by. I'm questioning their understanding of the macro with what I saw in the first rifle round.
Trying to start a fight with his monitor.
Might start a fight with the finances if they lose this one.
Pressure short side. They're on the boost. Serato loses his head. Flamesy starts off for Vitality
This
strong.
one's worth 2 for Vitality.
Already they're operating at a disadvantage. It could get worse. Hang on a second. Fallen somehow, some way gets two. Robs wants the response. Scuttles a nade forward, does very little. Nade number 2, the same result. He wants to go. Flash is good, perfect. Fallen's book, cover is there. Yuri gets caught out, Fallen on the reposition. It's a 3-on-3. Now we call our jets.
Yeah, round needs to settle in right now. Messi's coming over to join these two, but they're still walking through Monster.
Yeah, they are. Smoke might channel them in. Flash is better through the smoke. Fallen! Inspired by Apex's captain's clutch, gives us a captain's 4K. Wow!
I can't believe that move. They've gone for the classic electronic, right? You're blocking off barrels, you're channeling him in, he flashes through the smoke. There's no way they're expecting that, and money was on the line for FURIA in this round.
Watch this one.
The double, he's rifling like a young man, not 34 years of age, in-game leader who's changed roles.
He has taken names like he's starting his class. And that was class.
Hey, well, they hold on to the finances, still damn close at the end. There's an MP9 in the mix. Not a full force back from Vitality, but an AK for Zywoo. Pistols for the rest. Four-man B start with this boost again, just keeping it to slow the progressions of the default. They're going to need to find a perfect timing on the pounce. U2 being juggled, donated across as a passive stance now. Settles in for FURIA's B hold. This one's a classic. Case Rider will release that smoke on signs of an execution. It's a channeling smoke to force them into this crossfire set up with Yuri over towards ABC. Falling on barrels can be a real nuisance with the MP9. Starting to line this execute up now. Might go on an odd timing, like the nade could be the go, which isn't traditional. We're going to come down to, do they catch them off guard?
Here we go. Flamesy charges through. Caught by Fallen. MP9 on barrels, uses the smoke to dip back. There's Yuri with the chip in as well. Opportunity for more. Yuri. He gets 2 of you, and he's only got 1 eye. 9-9.
Good defense. Bomb goes down. Buy will come through. Zywoo's AWP, not possible unless donated, and then that will mean no head armor for one of his teammates. Tactical timeout number 2. It's getting sweaty now. 5 out of the 6 rounds on this CT side. The job done late, and sure they were spotty, but FURIA definitely showing the prowess on this map. They picked Ancient, in case you missed it. Both teams floated it in a best of 5. I can't quite believe it, and I'm sure Vitality will be thinking about that on the long plane journey. If they do end up losing this, it's not done yet. We are tied up, but FURIA are on the stronger side. We had the AK there, and you equip him for a reason. Self to deliver all the time. You need to deliver when it matters most. Back underway, Fallen is back in with an MP9. He could have had a rifle.
I love the change-up. Aggressive AWPing in connector. Flamesy going to flash himself through. Yakinda could be in trouble here. Apex on the playground could be a side swipe, but his pathing hasn't been spotted. Oh, Yakinda, very aggressive. Flamesy caught off, was worried about the long side. Should have a trade. He should be dead. How is he still standing? How is he still alive? Finally, Apex finds him. Molodoy's back. Molodoy doesn't react. Yuri finding Zywoo short. And Molodoy gets a freebie. Oh. Apex caught sleeping. Messi will find the quick response. There's Robs as well. Picks up the long aggress.
Now we settle into the 2v2. Plenty of time on the clock. They need to shore this up, Vitality. Make sure there's no more probes and pushes, but the map, it's a mystery. Fallen, re-aggressing through long. Caserado parked over towards short. The pivot point, oh, the fight might come their way. Fallen trickling forward into this.
Messi just fell out of it.
Fallen into mines. They know that there has to be a move from these two. Robs and Mezzi need to find the finish. They're making sure there is no more re-aggress. And as we can see, there's nothing coming their way, or is there?
They are hoping and praying Fallen makes this move, and he has been spotted out. Swings on in. Oh my God, they're struggling to finish their meal off. Vitality finally Fallen felled.
Pairing up through the bathrooms. Plenty of util right now to block as the bomb goes down. Smoke to plant in, and we can see Queserado not coming to contest this, but Vitality don't know that. Is he going to give it a look? Up connector fast, surging behind them here.
Queserado. Whatever will be, will be. Will he have a look?
Definitely made him think so, but the AWP looks like the better of the two options. So grabs that, packs his bags, heads for the save. Vitality second round.
God, it didn't come easy, did it?
No, and I think that they're fortunate that it was that stance that FURIA opted for. If the fight's going to come their way, then they don't have to worry about macro, right? We're not worrying about, oh, what are our timings? Do we have the correct map control? Are we faking between sides? Have we actually cleared everything? The players are on our screen. It's what we do best, rip off heads. Well, that has confirmed that the AWP has been saved, and likely expecting there would have been money for it regardless.
What a game.
Apex, 17 kills. He does not want to go out without a fight. He struggled hugely on Inferno. Ancient was the coin toss, the risk that both teams were willing to take. FURIA capitalizing, picking, and now still just be one half away from the Chengdu trophy. One in with a FAMAS, always operating on something lighter, isn't he? Always going to pick long.
He is. Fallen looking at him to deliver them an opening. And an opening seems imminent. There's Apex gone.
This is where you have the dramas. He's out of the round within the first 25 seconds. At least he gets the call from the grave. He can see everything, flick through the players, help maybe hurry things up, that while alive, he needs to focus on his crosshair. So at least that burden is removed, but they are in a 4v5 disadvantage. With no map control, still need to work through the traditional paces. They do have connector.
He's gotten past the sightline of the jump spot. Spam returns fire. Robs puts Yuri down to half health.
So man set up in the bathrooms, they need a breakthrough.
What's their angle of approach here? Oh yeah, wasn't ready for him, was he? Flamesy completely goes down. It's a nice one back. Rob's a necessary trade. Molodoi is in scrutiny. He'll throw out some block util. Trying to channel them into the AWP, and now rotations come through from Yuri. He's not alone.
Need the God flashes from Rob's here.
The Godfather for FURIA. Coming in from the truck side for number 3. There are the flashes. Who's the commitment? Low HP. Mezzi tries to make space. Molodoi hits the first shot. Zywoo wants him. 18 seconds. Bomb has to be planted. Cover must be provided. Fallen by... Oh, he's got him! Denies! A little exposed, and there's a FURIA round. Dangerously close to that 3-0 we discussed.
Is it time for the last tactical timeout on the Vitality side of the server? The finances could dictate that. So Apex removed, pedestrian early. You understand why that lurk smoke comes in. It's to facilitate Flamesy to look for that duel. They do get the trade, so at least his death not in vain.
This angle.
Yeah, there's nothing really possible in this situation. Robs can focus sight, but Zywoo can die for the flank. So Robs has to pick, do I worry about Con, or do we just pray? And well, no faith in that one, as they have bought in, Alex. This is worth an awful lot right now. Their loss bonus is 2,900 short. And this is for 11. FURIA, they can taste it. This one, no longer on a knife's edge. They have a distinct advantage. Vitality need to produce. The fact they have chosen this buy right now feels like an all-in maneuver.
Pressure on, chips pushed to the center of the table.
So little util to work with. This might be an Apex classic. Used to call this, before it was removed from the pool, they'd a bit of a conga line behind him on a timing. But when you know Molodoi's AWP is posted, trained, ready, and delivering, it's hard to find that gap.
He's on the line, Mezzi walking into what could be his demise. Nice jiggle, Flamesy baits it out. Molodoi turns tail, gets back to safety. Yakinda informed by Molodoi's intel there. He wants a second bite. Here's the commitment, and Molodoi just perpetually finding at least the first. Yakinda to be overlooked. Multi-kill denied. Zywoo provides the trade, and now Bomb should go down. Yuri the first man, an audible rotate. Blocked by the smokes on the exec. So much riding on this one. This post plant right here for Vitality. He kept Molodoi humble, just the one. Yakinda the same. Fallen going to try and lead his team into this retake. Swings out the bank side. No one giving him an inch. Robs is getting tagged up on the wallbang. 4 HP left on him. He still gets output. Now traded. Apex on the truck. Have they worked it out yet? No. Yet now they have. Good find. Found the double from the French. Vitality survive.
Got a lot done there with very little. You highlighted the Flamesy bait of that AWP shot. That's how they're able to run them down and get some more space. So good trade work. And then once they're in, you can see how tough it is for the CTs. Without any rotation up connector, you're just being channeled in through bank and CT. And Vitality showing how strong the crossfires can be. Sid gets on the mic. Conversation now because their money is starting to wane. Molodoi's AWP available, but less for the rest.
Using this opportunity to return to that point, it's making it so romantic in my head. I want to make sure everyone watching understands that this is a different kettle of fish as well for the Apex Fallen head-to-head in a grand final. All of those names in the successes of Vitality this season, new gen leaders, your choppers, your blitzes. Here against a seasoned vet, will Fallen have the call?
Yeah, and one returning to this level, this caliber of competition after oh so long. As far as an IEM Grand Final goes, that's back in Sydney 2017. Anything of this stature, ECS Season 6, that's 2018. It's a long time between drinks.
Looks like they want to biff again. Starting with that extra body on the A side of the map. Molodoi fires off an AWP shot. Apex tries to take some space back. It's a nice find. Yakinda will go down. Apex makes sure of it. 19 frags and counting for the captain, not going down. Quietly is Dan Madesclair. Yuri's got a lot on his plate if he does descend.
They both just phased through the smoke. They're short, and they've been noisy about it.
Oh, he didn't finish it off. Finds Flames, reveals his position. Maybe Fallen will activate. Mezzi's not looking. Now he is. Okay, Fallen confirms pressure B. Tries to get away. Mezzi catches a nade. Vitality worse for wear. Walking wounded. Yuri makes Flames dead, and that's the bomb gone. More from K Serato's MP9, seeming certain. Not quite. Mops goes in for one, and Mezzi's low. A 1 versus 3 doesn't seem realistic. It seems we keep this game close. 2 of them low. Caught by Yuri, and we see it tied game once more.
Yuri has been an absolute monster, 18 kills, and just how jarring of a force he is there in connector. Constantly harassing, isn't backing off, especially after those trades towards A. And it is going to be another one of these brittle, broken, bad buys. Both teams stuffed with these down the stretch. But again, FURIA are the ones who stand tall. It's the easier half, it's their map, it's 10 in a row. It's playing with house money. You're already 2 maps to the good. The free swing at the king. You knew it wasn't going to be easy. Oh, spam through, K Serrato. Apex, the man who's been leading the charge with the impact. Dead, down, first again.
He's going to have to call from the grave.
It's going to be a B play, 2 outside monster.
Mezzi, down to Yakinda. They're dropping like flies. Not the bees. Nade onto Fallen. Has to respect it. Playing anti, has the crossfire still. Yakinda maintains full con control. So much discomfort, so much uncertainty for Vitality. Robs is even worried about a flank. It's feeling more and more realistic by the second.
FURIA only lose this round if they overstep the mark, if they misplay their hands. A 5v3, there's 2,400 loss bonus going into the next. Right? The next round is a different story, but right now, with such a huge advantage, if they give a kill back, that's the way in, and they are giving nothing.
This is where that veterancy. The voices in FURIA tell them, hold fast, you've done the hard part, you're into map 3, 2 to the good. It's 11-11, 2 maps away from taking the crown off of the king. K Serrato, good for it, Fallen's there. There's nothing but Vitality. A couple back from Flamesy, but still, he's got a plant, he ain't got the time, he's in the open, and Molodoi's there to close it down. FURIA for a 3-0 championship point. This is how it started, Apex. Very frustrated by that one, no doubt about it. Queserato getting a flying headshot while blind certainly helped.
Extaz saved the final tactical timeout for a moment like this. These 30 seconds, enough to push you into overtime. And then once you're there, who knows what happens. Flames, with those final few kills, has been able to facilitate an AK-47 for ZywOo. The birthday boy has been given his wish. Everybody else has to operate with pistols. All three of these maps have been close, but to take nothing as the team that everyone is still chasing. Vitality with the major right around the corner have another team who can take it to him, who can stick it to him.
Tantalizingly close. Round 24. Vitality. Just the one rifle on the Woo. Step by step, brick by brick. FURIA. One round away from glory.
This time, nothing over towards B. One man in con. Four springing action towards A. FURIA with the same start that they've been running quite frequently throughout this half. Molodoy's AWP getting boosted up, looking for picks, just trying to be that nuisance. Yakinda, because of his conditioning over towards A, being so aggressive in their face, they have to be extremely cautious. Flashing through, clearing out, signaling their space as the rotation has plenty of time to come in. Don't you worry about that.
A little bit of block util thrown out. It does look like Yakinda's going to be tested. They're walking into him. He's got the angle, but Flames, he's got the headshot. Yakinda unable to provide in round 24 despite his 22 frags. And there's ZywOo's AK. Was that on the jump spot? A ridiculous second. Vitality not going down, but still there's 3 in the round for FURIA.
30 seconds.
Queserato, are you the playmaker in this do or die affair? Clears out Mezzi. There's another. Queserato steps up. He delivers. Awkward now for Vitality, hurrying into the site. Awkward, sweaty palms. Frag from Molodoy. Are they doing it? Yes, they are! FURIA's on the run! The king loses his crown! There is a new contender in town!
What a victory from FURIA. And look at the celebration, Molodoy. This kid, he is the truth. In the conversation for Rookie of the Year, no doubt about it in my mind. Yakinda. Vindication to his name from the bench of Liquid. Many thought the Counter-Strike world was done with him, but joining as a stand-in, well, he now stands out. You got Fallen adding another chapter to his legacy. And then you have the fangs of FURIA, the franchise players, live and die by the Panther. They've always been the talk of the town with Brazilian Counter-Strike, but this complexion, this FURIA have just 3-0'd Vitality, the first to do it in 2025.
Exceptional. Just makes that major all the more exciting. Vitality by far, no way a certainty anymore. New heights, a new challenger. Intel Extreme Masters. Your Chengdu champions. It's FURIA!
All right.